chat box if everybody can see that. All right, so we got lots of ones coming in already. Very, very good. So what we're going to do is I'm going to walk you guys through 4 steps that I've used to generate $2.4 million with e-commerce. And it all has brought me to Facebook. I mean, when I started this out, I had a good relationship with Facebook, but this ended up getting me invited to Facebook offices, and you know, they love me. They are actually flying down to my hometown next week to work with me and meet with me. So what I'm going to show you is how to work with Facebook opposed to against Facebook. And that's always a good thing, right? You don't want to get banned or get your account in trouble or anything like that. Now, I have made $728,000 in revenue on one e-commerce store with Shopify over the past, in Q1 basically of 2016. So Shopify gives you these really neat quarterly reports to their big sellers, and it breaks everything down. So you can see here I did 728 grand in Q1 of this year, and we're on pace to do about $4 to $5 million in a year. So how many of you in here would like to start getting quarterly reports that are in the 6-figure range? Just type in a 6 figures in the chat box, please. Just type in 6 figures.
And while you do that, I want to really push the fact that, like, Adrian didn't own, like, he has Facebook flying out to him. Like, he just said it was like it was nothing, guys. Like, he has Facebook actually flying out to him because, again, he works with Facebook, not against them. And I'll tell you, that is so important. I lost one of my Facebook ads accounts like 3 years ago that I've never been able to get back because I was stupid the way I was marketing back then. So that in itself, that Facebook's actually flying out to him. He is the best in the business of what he's about to share with you, and he's a very modest guy. He's not going to showboat. There's no ego here. But when he says something like that, I really want to make you guys understand that there's no one else that Facebook is going to fly out to see. So I'll let you continue, Adrian, but I want to just pass that across quickly.
Yeah, no, thanks for pointing that out because it is a big deal. It really is. You know, what I'm going to show you is something that makes me a lot of money, and it's been making others a lot of money, and it's long term, right? I mean, anytime Facebook is, you know, embracing you, it's a good thing to be able to work with them and not have to worry about your accounts and stuff like that, and make a lot of money at the same time. So in the past 10 months, I've made $2.4 million, and it kind of just happened very, very quickly. The majority of it coming in the last couple of months because of just, you know, how big I've been able to grow this, scale it, and automate it. And the engine that runs it all is Shopify. Now, a lot of you on here already know about Shopify, so I'm not going to harp on it too much, but this is the best platform for starting an e-commerce store. And I'm getting paid every single day. I'm getting paid tens of thousands of dollars, 10,000, 8,000, 13,000. I mean, they're just literally, the payments flood in every single day into my account. And it's a beautiful thing because, you know, with affiliate marketing, I was paid like once every 2 weeks or once every month. So now I'm getting paid every day. Money's constantly going in my bank account, and I have the funds to reinvest into my business. How many of you in here would like to be getting paid every day? Just type in yes if you would like to start getting payments into your account every single day, right? And that's what I'm going to be talking about here. All right, so the first question I want to answer is, do I have success students? Because a lot of people, you know, they try to teach other people how to do stuff, and, you know, there's just so many people out there that claim that they're gurus and all that stuff, and I do have a lot of success students. I'm not going to play videos this time like I did last time, but Andrea Singal has done over $130,000 in 90 days. This is a woman who was struggling with e-commerce, never made a single penny online herself, and couldn't even drag and drop columns in an Excel spreadsheet. She had trouble just dragging and dropping. Now she's done over 130K in the past 90 days. So the training that I'm going to provide for you guys, I mean, it works time and time and time again. It's been able to generate success students for me. And I guess one of the big things is what I teach is different than everybody else. I teach what's called flexible stores. That's kind of what I do. I don't teach how to create niche stores. I mean, niche stores are okay, they make money, sure, but I've got a case study to show you, and I got to say that it's kind of mind-blowing. And I'm going to show you all the difference real quick. I'm just going to get out of the PowerPoint and show you. This is a niche store right here. This is a store that only focuses on firefighter stuff. You can see here it sells firefighter t-shirts. It sells baby bunkers. I mean, it's all firefighter related. And it's a nice store, you know, and it's made some money. But the thing is that it only can sell firefighter stuff. So, I mean, there's only, you can only get this so big, right? I mean, this at some point, you're going to hit a ceiling, right? Now, the other type of store that I started is a generic store. I call it a flexible store. And this allows me to sell everything. Grandparents, cat lovers. I've got the same firefighter stuff on here, fishing gear. You know, it allows me to promote anything. And I have the flexibility to always promote whatever is working right now. And you see, you've got a lot of people out there that teach these niche stores. And they say, you know, just start a niche store, and every time you want to market a new niche, build a new niche store. That's not how I do it, and this is why. I tested it, and you can see here that the niche store got up to 140K a month. It was crushing it, and then it just started dying. So the store itself began to die, and I couldn't do anything about it. It's just the niche fizzled out. But the Flex store is promoting everything: grandparent stuff, cat stuff, dog stuff, wine lover stuff, fishing stuff, tactical military stuff, mom and dad stuff. I mean, it's got everything, right? And it's consistently making $200,000 a month. You see, I've been able to consistently make 200K a month with one store instead of having to have a zillion different stores. How many of you in here would agree that the Flex store is probably going to be better than a niche store? Then it says that's a huge difference, right? And you're going to notice a difference between me and other people, guys. And that is, I don't BS. I don't teach stuff that doesn't work. I'm actually in the trenches right now with you guys running Facebook ads and e-commerce stuff. I'm not some person that just made my first 6 figures online and then started trying to sell a course because I want to be a guru and make money from that. I actually made a couple $1,000,000 before I ever released a course, because I want to make sure that what I'm teaching is a consistent model that actually works. How many of you in here appreciate that, though? That, yeah, I have a course that I offer, but I waited till I made a couple $1,000,000 to do it, to make sure that when I teach you guys and I offer it to you guys, it's something you can truly benefit from. I'm not just some one-hit wonder that's trying to peddle a $30 course on how to make a Facebook ad that I've never actually done myself before. And I've put everything to the test. I've even put what other gurus are out there teaching to the test. And I mean, my method works because, well, to be frank, I know what the hell I'm talking about, and a lot of other people don't. And you can see the proof in the pudding right here. The flexible store is going to be the best because it gives you the flexibility to promote whatever's working right now without having to do any more work, right? Now, Carlene says, I don't really understand Shopify, but don't worry. Look, I could teach anybody Shopify in about 5 minutes, and as a matter of fact, my entire ESA course will make you become a master of Shopify. Shopify is really easy. It only takes about 20 minutes to start a store on Shopify. And you don't have to have a zillion products. So I had about 3 products to start with. My first day I made $80, then 63K my first month, 2.4 milli my first 10 months, and I have an email list of 350,000 people and a brand valuation of $3.5 million, and I won't sell it. Like, my broker, he's texted me 3 times, and I just simply, I won't respond to him because I don't want to sell it. I mean, I could, but honestly, I don't want to, because right now it's making me a bunch of money. I can sell it later. So this is going to be an amazing, amazing training for you guys. I'm going to show you how I did all of this. My very first day, I made $80. My biggest day on one single store is 14 grand, but between my two stores, I've done well over $20,000 in a day just simply with e-commerce. Aaron says, won't this be Shopify? Won't this become saturated? No. But that's always the mindset. Look, guys, it doesn't matter what opportunity is out there. Everybody's going to say, oh, can that get saturated? I mean, it doesn't matter what it is. People are going to ask that question. And those that worry about saturation continue to make no money. Those that don't worry about stuff like that, take action and get started, those are the ones that cash in. Fact of the matter is, e-commerce has been around long before I did internet marketing. And I started 10 years later, and here I am doing upwards of $20,000 a day, right? So don't worry about saturation. It's not a problem. Facebook is a really big place, and we all have plenty of opportunity to make money. And with a flex store, you never have to worry about saturation because you have the ability to always add new sizzle effect type things to your store. Here's my brand valuation where this company valued me. They actually did a full assessment. They looked at my profit loss report, everything, and they valued me at $3.5 million. So I mean, I could sell this if I wanted to for 3.5 mil, or at least 1.5 million. But right now, I like doing this. I don't want to stop, so I'm not going to sell it at the moment. And as time goes on, the value goes up because it makes more money and shows more consistency. So it might be worth $4 to $5 million, you know, when it's all said and done. Al T says, Adrian, what's your margin? You'll see what some of my margins are. But listen, let me be very clear with some of you guys, okay? Don't worry about what other people's profit is. All right, because whatever my profit is, it's not going to help you because it's my money. It's not yours. I'm not going to give it to you. You need to focus on what your profit is, okay? Everybody's going to be different, so focus on what your profit margin is, not what mine, Luke's, or anybody else's may be. Your profit is the most important thing, but my margins are upwards of 100% to 300 and 400%, and some campaigns are 30 and 20%. It's across the board, but here's why you should be doing e-commerce. You have the freedom to sell anything and everything, the flexibility to move with the market, so you're not in something that everybody else is doing that could get saturated. You're building your own brand, you're building an email list, you're building an exit plan, and you have total control over your business. And best part is, you can do this from anywhere in the world, all right? It doesn't matter where you are, Australia, New Zealand, UK, Singapore, it doesn't matter. We're doing zero inventory. We have drop shipping set up, so I don't put anything in my garage. I don't have a warehouse. As a matter of fact, I saw somebody earlier today filming a video, and they were in their warehouse, and they did this video of them standing in front of like 100 boxes. They're like, yeah, I'm in the warehouse now. Look at all these boxes. I'm so successful because I'm in this warehouse with a bunch of cardboard boxes. And I'm looking at this video, and I'm like, this is a nice guy, but that's dumb as hell. Like, why is it awesome to have 1,000 boxes in a warehouse? To me, that seems stupid. Why? Because what happens if you have all those boxes and nobody buys the crap that's in them? Now you're stuck with a warehouse fee. You're stuck with a bunch of boxes of a bunch of crap that you can't sell. I mean, there's a ton of risk in that. I'm not impressed when somebody's got a warehouse full of crap. I'm more impressed by somebody who has no warehouse at all, no inventory at all, and is doing drop shipping like I'm doing with zero risk and making more money. How many of you like the sound of that? Just say yes, you like the sound of that. Look, if you want to put boxes in your garage and you want to go sit in a warehouse all day and take videos and think you're cool because you have a bunch of crap that hasn't sold yet, this is not the webinar for you. If you want to learn how to crush e-commerce with zero inventory, zero risk, and make frickin' boatloads of money, well, I got news for you. You're in the right place at the right time because that's what I'm going to show you how to do. And there's no cost up front to get started with this. It doesn't matter where you are financially, you can start doing this. And this is called the drop shipping method, okay? So somebody comes to your Shopify store, they buy something, you get paid instantly. You saw the Shopify payments hitting my account every day. And then I notify my suppliers. They're in the US and in China. I use both places. and they ship it out for me, and I pay them after the fact, right? So they ship it out directly to the customer. I never see it. I never touch it. I don't pay for it until after I've got the profit in my bank account. So it is an amazing way to do things. Now, here's what I'm not going to show you how to do. I'm not going to show you how to put a bunch of products in your garage or on your website, okay? You're not going to have 1,000 things, so don't worry about filling up your e-commerce store. I'm not going to show you how to do trademark stuff. I know a lot of guys that make a lot of money in e-commerce doing trademark stuff, but it's dumb. It is stupid. It's short-term money because your brand is not valuable if you're selling stuff you're not supposed to be selling. You'll never be able to sell your business because it's selling, the wrong thing. You can't sell trademark stuff without a license. And I'm tired of other gurus out there teaching you guys who are just simply trying to learn how to do things, who don't know any better, to sell things that you shouldn't be selling. That gets you in trouble, and they're responsible for that. I'm not going to do that because I'm actually an intelligent business person, right? And I'm going to show you how to do this the right way without a crappy website and without a bunch of crap in your garage. So you're in for a special treat because I'm going to show you how I'm making $200K a month using what I call the magical 4, okay? So the magical 4 is find one product to start, not 1,000 products, but one single product to start. Use the most powerful word in the world, use Facebook intelligent ads, and start doing email marketing, because if you're not, you're leaving insane amounts of money on the table. And they all 4 go together, and that's how I'm consistently generating $200,000 a month on my flexible store, okay? Now, the formula is less products, more focus equals more success. Write that down, please. Less products, more focus equals more success. Having 1,000 things on your site may look good, but if nobody wants them, it just makes your site a piece of crap. You can have a site with 3 things on it that do 6 figures and have a way better e-commerce store than somebody else with 1,000 crappy products. So step number 1 is find a passion product. Now we're going to go live and we're going to do more demos in this presentation, so get ready for that. But step 1 is find a passion product. But first, there's 3 simple rules to identifying your passion products, okay? Number 1 is forget what you think, forget what you like. Nobody cares. It doesn't matter what your hobby is. It doesn't matter what your passion is, because rule number 2 is your passion's not your profit. I'm not here to tell you guys how to do what you love the most unless you love making money more than anything else. Then I'm going to tell you how to do what you love the most. Rule number 3, other people's passion is your profit. Other people's passion equals your profit. So you might be marketing things that you could care less about, but they're things that make money, right? And money gives you the power and the freedom to go do whatever it is that you like in this world. But you've got to make the money first. And it's easier to make money off other people's passion than your own. I can promise you that. Been there, done it, tried it. This is the best, right? This is the best way to do it. Now, how do you identify a passion and a passion product? Well, first, you do these 3 things. You find a strong passion, you find a product, and then you identify your passion audience. So, how many of you in here love fountain pens? I said this on the last training. I did the same example. How many of you in here love fountain pens? Everybody said, no, I don't love fountain pens. But then I said, look, there's 4.7 million people on Facebook that do love fountain pens. Fountain pens are a passion product. So you've got 4.7 million people that you can start marketing fountain pens to. And check this out, guys. I'm going to come over here to AliExpress, and I'm just going to go live for a second, and I'm going to show you that if I come here and I type in fountain pen, I'm going to get 18,000, look at this, 18,000 different results come up for fountain pens. Look at this, $5 for that beautiful pen. I mean, that thing is probably going to sell like freaking crazy to those 4.7 million people. Look, remember, there's 4.7 million people that love fountain pens. So you come over here and you scroll down, and there's just an insane amount of opportunity here. You can have 3 or 4 different kinds of fountain pens that you can start selling. So you've got to identify a passion. And there's a lot of passions out there. Look, hunting is a passion, right? Hunting is a passion. You pull this up, you've got hand warmers, You've got, I saw some face masks here. Look, these have crushed it previously before. So these little face warmer masks that are $4, they work very well with the model that I use. So there's a lot of different things on here. I mean, you can literally just start typing in passions. Fishing is a passion, right? And 1.6 million things come up for fishing. So there's just so many opportunities out there. But first, you have to identify the passion, find the best product that actually works, and then start marketing it. Jay says, I'm not into hunting. I'm sorry. Look, Jay, neither am I. I'm a massive advocate for animals. I donate to animal shelters. I don't hunt. I don't like hunting. It's not my thing, right? But it doesn't matter what I think or what I do. There's still people out there that hunt, and it's a massive, massive passion niche, right? And for a lot of people, that could be a six-figure niche to be marketing in. So get out of the mindset that you don't like doing something and start thinking about making money, okay? Because it doesn't matter what you think. There's still going to be people out there that hunt, right? They're still going to go buy the stuff. They're still going to do it. You need to be profiting. Then maybe you can take some of your profits and you can donate it to causes that you like, right? Which I do all the time for like the people that hunt foxes and stuff like that, it makes me really sad, but I give them a lot of money and try to help the cause. So forget what your passion is and start learning how to profit, okay? There's a lot of different types of products that you can start profiting from. And one of those is grandma stuff, fishing stuff, tactical gear, cats, dogs, fitness, best friend bracelets, high-end bracelets and wristwear. There's a lot of different product stuff, right? Scuba diving is a massive, massive niche as well. It's a huge passion. Hiking is a huge passion. There's so many different passions that you can start marketing. And look, the products are cheap. 98 cents, $3, 83 cents, $1.44. So you need to identify a passion product, and then you need to start crushing that product. Now, how do you find a good passion product? How do you know which one of these items on the screen is going to be a good product, right? How do you get started? How many of you in here could really use some help pinpointing products that you could start marketing that are actually going to work, that aren't going to waste your time, but they're going to be products that work? Because I'll tell you this, 99 out of 100 times that I put a product on Facebook, it works and I generate sales. Now, how is that? How am I winning more than I'm losing, right? It's because I have a special software that gives me an advantage over everybody else. Now, that software is called my X Factor software. What it does is it shows me ads that are working right now, and I just simply copy them. I copy the product. So last time I did a search for cat necklaces. So let me just show you. I'm going to type in cat necklace. Show me all ads from this month, search post, and it's going to bring up any and all ads that have to do with selling cat necklaces. Okay, so now I'm able to see on Facebook stuff that's live right now, that's getting shared, that's getting promoted, that's getting liked, and I can simply copy whatever's working right now. Look, if I'm not in the cat niche and I'm in the military niche, I might say military watch. Okay, hit search post. This software is going to go out, and it's going to start finding military style watches that are being promoted. It's literally showing me exactly what's working right now. Look, how many times have we just seen this ad in a row? Clearly this ad for this product is going viral, right? So the reason I'm winning isn't because I'm a genius, it's because I can see very, very quickly what's working right now. I could type in, let's say, bracelets. Let's just type in something very generic like a bracelet, and instantly it's going to pull up tons of different bracelets, right? And I can instantly see a trend with the Nana, the grandma, right? So look at this. Everything, the mom bracelets. Here's some more elephant bracelets. This is the second elephant bracelet that we've seen. So there's a lot, and here's another grandma bracelet. I mean, it's not hard to find what's working. Look, here's the grandma bracelets again. It's not hard to figure out what's working if I just type in a specific niche or a specific passion into my software, and instantly all of the working ads come up. How many of you in here would agree that this one little software that I showed you that I developed is probably something that could give you the advantage to start doing what's working now opposed to failing. Because if you're trying to do it by yourself, if you go to AliExpress and you type in, say, grandma, let's just type in grandma, all right? You're going to have a ton of different grandma products that come up. How do you know which one's going to work? How do you know which one's actually selling? Well, I come over here and I scroll down, and very quickly I see the exact items that are selling, and then I just copy it. I literally just copy what they're doing. Now, this software cost me over $3,000 in development costs, time and money, and I give it away as a free bonus in Ecom Success Academy. And not only does it do that, but as an AliExpress sniper, and I could type in grandma bracelet just like this, and it's going to bring up the best vendors, right? The best vendors out of all of the vendors on AliExpress with the best feedback, and it's going to give me a thumbs up. It's going to tell me that if they're good or if they're bad. I could type in dogs. Let's just type in dog. When I type in dog, it's going to pull up anything and everything that has to do with the dog passion. But you notice that it's giving me the green thumbs up. It's telling me, Adrian, this is one of the best deals. It's one of the best vendors. This is who you should go with. And I click on this, and it instantly takes me to the product on AliExpress. Look at this. This is some of the best feedback you can get on AliExpress, because my software uses a very, very special algorithm, a special code that I created, a standard that looks at how many years someone's in business, what their feedback is, how many products they've sold, what kind of emoji they have, and their customer feedback. And it puts it all together, and it tells me, based off my personal standards, if this is a good vendor to work with. So I might type in dog necklace. And this software is going to come in, and it's going to find me the dog necklaces, right? But it's only going to bring back the best deals from the best vendors. So I know that when I start working with somebody, it's going to be a good vendor, because your vendor is the backbone of your drop shipping business. So how many of you in here right now, if I said that I would give you this software for, by the way, this software is not for sale, but I'm just asking, how many of you in here would be willing to pay over $1,000 just for this software alone that snipes out ads and shows me exactly where to get the products? Just type in me. It's not for sale. It's not $1,000. This is just a question, right? I'm seeing a lot of people in here saying me. Okay, so I paid a lot of money to have it developed. I'm giving it away as a free bonus inside Ecom Success Academy. It's not for sale. You can't buy it, but I am giving it away as a free bonus. And this is my massive advantage over everybody else. All right, so coming back into the PowerPoint, now that we've talked about passion products, let's talk about the free plus shipping model, because I leverage the most powerful word in the world to sell free products and make money, which is the word free, okay? Now, the word free creates what's called the sizzle effect, and the sizzle effect only happens when you have a passion product, something that people are very, very passionate about, and you have free attached to the product. So this creates like a magnet for sales, and I showed this last week too with Luke's students. When you use my strategy, you literally create a magnet for sales, because here's what happens. People see that it's a really good deal, and they start sharing it with their friends. You've done it, I've done it, look, we've all done it. We share good deals with our friends. But guys, look at this. It's just freaking crazy. I mean, look, we've got Brianna saying, Chanel, you need this. We've got Lauren tagging Haley saying, you need this. Steph and Ed, look at all of these people acting like freaking magnets for sales. I'm not doing anything. I just put the ad out there on a really small budget, and it just goes freaking viral, and people start recommending the ad to their friends. Guys, do you realize what I just taught you how to do? Do you realize what I just showed you happens with passion products and the sizzle effect? Everyone else is giving me free traffic, but not just free traffic, quality traffic. Think about that. Would you be more likely to buy something if your friend or family member literally recommended it to you? Think about what the sizzle effect is doing to my ads, and that's why they're going so dang viral. Now, David said, is this a PPE ad or a CTW? No. It is not. Forget those two things. They are things of the past, all right? That's old school stuff that people that don't know what they're doing are still teaching for some reason because, well, they don't really do the stuff that they're trying to teach. I'm going to show you the new way, the best way, the way that you should be doing it, the way that is going to help you adapt, pivot, and evolve with the intelligence of Facebook. And that is how these ads are absolutely crushing it with the free plus shipping formula, okay? So for those of you that don't know what the free plus shipping formula is, what I'm doing is I'm building my profit into the shipping and handling fees, and I'll show you a demo of that in a second. I charge shipping for every item somebody buys. So if you buy 5 items, then you're going to get basically charged $50, $10 for each item, shipping and handling. All right, now the key is find products that cost less than $5 with a very high value perception and create a buying frenzy. And this is going to give you high volume. It's going to build a huge email list. And let me show you the secret sauce. Secret sauce is I'm charging $10 to $12 for shipping and handling. Nobody else is really doing this. As a matter of fact, a lot of people are scared to try it, and a lot of gurus that don't know what they're talking about are telling you not to do that. I literally watched a course about 2 months ago. It's one of the biggest e-commerce courses that had come out in a while, and they said, don't charge too much for shipping and handling because that's going to kill conversions. People aren't going to buy that. You really need to charge about $4 to $5 for shipping and handling if you're doing free plus shipping. Now, these guys are supposed to be the best of the best. They're supposed to be experts, right? Well, here's what I have to say to those guys and everybody else that says that no one will pay $11 to $12 for shipping and handling. I'm willing to bet $1.5 million that people will. You want to know why? Because that's how much I've made from people paying $10 to $11 and even up to $12 for shipping and handling. Now, how many of you in here would agree with me in that it doesn't matter what I think or what these other said gurus think? What matters are the numbers that are staring you right in the face, right here, right now on this webinar that say $1.5 million in shipping and handling charges. Just say yes if you agree in the chat box, because look, I'm not here to tell you what I think. As a matter of fact, I think this is absolutely crazy. But what matters is that it works. What matters is that people are actually doing this, okay? So this is the model. If you follow it, like I said, it's what is going to work the best. The key is to get people to buy multiple items, all right? So these provoke viral traffic. Here's some of the viral ads. You saw the comments, but let me show you up a little bit higher on the ads. It shows the likes and the shares. We've got 182,000 likes, 200,000 shares, 7,000 comments. Here we've got 200,000 likes, 290,000 shares. We've got 15,000 comments here. And people go so crazy, they don't just buy one item, they buy multiple items. Look, this person came in and they spent $30. They bought 3 items. It's actually the same item, but 3 different colors, blue, orange, and red. They bought 3 of them because when you see a good deal, what do? You get more of it than you need. You get greedy, right? You say, I'm going to take massive advantage of this good deal because it might be the last time that I ever see it. Like Samantha from Australia. Maybe you know Samantha, Luke. Maybe you could give her a ring and tell her I said thank you because she's from your neck of the woods, I believe. She spent $1,054. I love Australia, Luke. I got to tell you.
You have to come down. Everyone needs to come down. If anyone in this webinar right now is ever in Australia and you're in my neck of the woods, I'll make sure that you guys have the best time ever. I live on the Gold Coast, so if you guys are ever down here, let me know. But back to you, Adrian.
I'll be coming down pretty soon to hang out, man. But Australians buy a lot. They convert really, really well. And it's just, I don't know why, but they work very well. So I promote all over the world, obviously. But this is what happens when you're marketing to somebody else's passion, right? When they're already passionate about it, it's a no-brainer for them. They instantly want it, and they want a lot of it. Look at this. Now, this is the first time I've had somebody spend this much money in all transparency, but I've had many people spend $100. Look, this is just from the last week, all right? They've spent $100, $200. I mean, these come in very, very, very frequently. So, you know, this model absolutely destroys. Follow me and I'm going to lay down the path to money for you, okay? Now this brings us to a store demo. What I want to do is I want to come out of here. I want to go to my flexible store. It's called Gear Grabber. It's not camping gear outlet or nurses only or firefighters only or, you know, national camping gear space mega outland.com. It's just Gear Grabber, okay? And you can get anything you want here. As a matter of fact, Grandma comes here to buy something and she says, oh, I love this Grandma pendant. I'm going to buy it for myself. But wait a second, they got a grandpa watch. Well, I'm going to get this for my husband because he is the greatest grandpa in the world. Oh my God, they got cat stuff. I love cats. I'm a crazy cat grandma. So I'm going to buy this cat toy for my cat. Oh, my grandson is a firefighter or my granddaughter is a firefighter. I'm going to get him a shirt too. See, that's what happens when you have a flex store, because people aren't confined to one passion. People like a lot of different things. So you need to take advantage of that and start doing what's working right now. All right, so here's what happens. I build my stores and I teach in my course. You build your stores where everything on the store is at a retail price. You can't come to Gear Grabber. As a matter of fact, I'll copy and paste the URL to Gear Grabber in the chat box for everybody. Don't go to it right now, but I want you to be able to see it later. You can't find a free item on the store. There's nowhere you can go that's going to find where you'll find a free item. It's not going to happen, okay? The only way you can find a free item on Gear Grabber is if you click one of my Facebook ads and it takes you directly to the free item. Because when people get to a store and they see that it only has free stuff, it sketches them out. They don't believe that it's true, and they're going to leave your store. They're going to believe it's too good to be true. What I do is I create legitimacy, credibility, and urgency by making my free offers seem that much more special, which is why in the store I've got 2 of every item, a retail version and I have a free version of the offer. So you have to click on the free version on my Facebook ad to see it. And so many people are doing this the wrong way because they're not hiding their free products, and it doesn't make it seem legit. So somebody comes in to buy something, and let's say they want to buy 4 of this cat necklace, okay? So they buy 4. They hit checkout. When they go to the checkout box, it's going to calculate $40 for shipping and handling. That's how it works. It's free, right? But the shipping and handling is $10 per item. And that is how everything works on my Shopify store. So coming back into out of the demo and back into the presentation. By the way, how many of you in here understand that? Just say yes if you understand that and you like that. Just say yes in the chat box, okay? Cool. All right, so very, very simple. You just have to learn how to set it up the right way. Now, step 3, Facebook intelligent ads. Facebook intelligent ads are ads that literally do the work for you. Somebody earlier asked me about cost per click and click-through rate. Forget that stuff. Nobody cares about what it is. It's old stuff. It doesn't matter anymore. If somebody's still teaching that to you, well, then you might need to take a long, hard look at who you're learning from if it's Facebook. Because Facebook it doesn't matter what your cost per click is anymore. Your focus is your cost per conversion, okay? So write that down. Your focus is cost per conversion. You don't focus on anything other than how much do you spend to generate a sale. Let me show you. I'm going to go and I'm going to show you something inside of Facebook. So here we are inside of a Facebook account, and I've clicked on create an ad, okay? So I've clicked on create an ad. Now look, it says, what do you want your ad to do? Do you want your ad to boost a post? Do you want it to send traffic to your website? Or do you want it to increase conversions on your website? Let me see. Would I rather have clicks or sales? I don't know. Which one makes me money? Oh yeah, that's sales, right? So you want to click on increase conversions to my website. When you do that, when you start going to create your ad, you can tell them optimize for only people that are buying your product, okay? So you can say only optimize my ad to find people that are more likely to actually make a purchase, okay? And this is called Facebook intelligence, but it's not magic, it's not that simple, right? But if you do it the right way, you can see results like this. So here is one of my ad campaigns. It's almost at 200% ROI, just rounding up a little bit. And it's scaling bigger and bigger and bigger every day. And as you can see at the top right, my bidding and optimization is for conversions. It's not for clicks or anything like that. So Nicholas says, what if you don't have any buyers yet? Or Mike said that. I'm going to tell you in just a second. Don't worry, because if you got 0 buyers, there's a 4 phases you got to go through to teach Facebook. I'm going to go over that in a second. Now, look at the right-hand side in the blue where it shows my targeting. Wait, there is no targeting. I'm doing 0 targeting. I'm saying, Facebook, show my ad to everybody in the world, in the United States of America, that's over 18 years old. So I'm literally not using keywords. I'm not using any fancy targeting, no audience insights and mining for keywords. I'm literally just putting an ad out there, and as I call it, letting Facebook take the wheel. Because Facebook is smarter than me when it comes to targeting on their platform. And here I am, $3,600 spent to make upwards of $10,000 in sales. Okay, so how many of you like what you see on the screen right now? Just say, I like it. Say that on the screen if that's something that you like. But you've got to do this the right way. And I've had to even teach other 7-figure marketers how this is done because they're still using old techniques. But it's pretty easy to make a Facebook ad. It's 9 minutes to set up. All you need is $5 to get started, and Facebook will optimize for you. But how do you get Facebook to optimize for you? You need to learn what I call my 4 phases of targeting, because if you don't have any buyers yet, Facebook has to learn who they are, right? Facebook has to begin to learn who your buyers are. And there's 4 phases that I teach in Ecom Success Academy that walk you through literally telling Facebook who your buyers are. And on phase 4, you get to 0 targeting, okay? But I'm not saying it's out of the gate magic like that. I'm saying if you take my training, I'm going to teach you how to get to this point, and it doesn't take very long. It might take maybe 1 to 2 weeks to go through all 4 phases. So I promise you this, it is an amazing strategy that nobody has ever taught before, that I'm only teaching my ESA students. And look at the ads. 168 million people, 4.5 million people, 10 million people. I'm not targeting teeny tiny audiences, okay? I'm targeting massive audiences with very little targeting, and I'm getting 300 and 400% ROI. Somebody earlier asked, Adrian, what's your ROI? Well, look, you tell me what it is. You can see 300 and 400% ROI here. And it's not just one, it's many campaigns that do that. But once again, my ROI is not your ROI. My money is my money. It's in my bank account. You can't have access to it. You got to focus on getting your money, getting your ROI, making it as high as you possibly can, and that's what your focus is. If you're focusing on somebody else's money, you're not focusing on yours, that's costing you, okay? But you can see right here, I'm hitting massive audiences, and that's why my campaigns are so easy to scale. Go broad or go home. My goal is to teach you how to generate one single campaign that can do over 6 figures in sales and target massive audiences that buy. Get rid of the audience insights and all that crap targeting stuff that works but is complicated and fancy and gives you teeny tiny audiences that fizzle out. I'm talking about long-term consistent ads because you're hitting so many people without having to have 1,000 crappy products on your website, okay? And to show you a 6-figure campaign, take a look at this one. This is a campaign that I've been running for one single product, okay? One product, and it's done over $637,000 in sales, all right? 637 grand on one single product. Now, there's 25 campaigns there because I put every country in a different campaign, like Australia, New Zealand, United Kingdom, South Africa, Sweden, Ireland. There's a lot of different countries that I'm marketing to, and I put them in different campaigns to split test. But this is one that's been running since August of 2015, and it's still growing, it's still getting bigger, it's still getting better, and it's made me over 600 grand, and it'll be well over $1 million, I believe, in due time. So, I mean, one campaign. Now, let me ask you guys something else. How many of you in here would like it if I gave you one of my campaigns that did $150,000 and actually $152,000 in sales so far? I gave you the ad, I gave you the product, and I gave you all of the targeting that I used to make $152K. How much would that be worth? Just type in the chat box. How much would it be worth if I gave you a live, an active campaign running right now that was worth 152 grand in sales? Just type it in. I see priceless and valuable, lots of money, 50 grand, 150 grand. All right, so we've got a lot of people saying it's invaluable. Well, that's going to be a fast action bonus tonight that I give to Ecom Success Academy students. So if you enroll tonight, I'm going to give you a $152,000 campaign, and I even filmed a video that walks you through setting it up just the way that I would. And this is how I have built my $2.4 million business, selling a boatload of a few products. So $2 million in sales without having to market a zillion things. So the last step that we're going to talk about here is step 4. That's optimizing customer emails. While I've been making all of this money, I've also been doing email marketing to the leads, because Shopify connects to your email marketing account. Look, let me show you real fast. I know I'm bouncing around, but I'm excited. When you have a Shopify store, if you come down here to where it shows the apps, you can come over here to their app store. So if I come over here to visit the Shopify app store and I just simply type in something like MailChimp, you'll see it's free. It'll instantly connect to your MailChimp account. I could even type in something like Aweber, and Aweber has their own Shopify app, okay? And so you can use email marketing and instantly build your list. Every time somebody buys a product from your store, they go on your email list. You send emails and you can make insane amounts of money. This is the most vital long-term piece of the puzzle. I call it back-end money, because while you're getting paid with your Facebook ads, you're able to build a massive list. Think about this. I got paid $2.4 million to build an email list that makes me $20,000 a week when I mail it. So let me show you my list real quick, because these are all just regular random facts. Look at this list. 350,000 people on my list, and I made $2.4 million while I was building this list. They came up for free. Literally, they paid me to be on my email list. It's unheard of. And my first list with 300,000 people on it has done $200,000 in sales. One single email makes me $16,000. March 2nd, March 4th, I made 29 grand just sending 2 emails. And it gets bigger every day. It makes me more money every time I send an email. So let me ask you this. Daryl, yes, Shopify collects emails, but you got to set it up right. And it doesn't cost any money. How many of you in here would like the exact template that I used to generate 16 grand multiple times with email marketing? I mean, literally, I give you my template, and all you have to do is plug in your products, but it has all the wording in there, how I placed everything. All right, so that's worth $16,000 at least, right? That's going to be inside of Ecom Success Academy as a bonus, is my $16,000 email marketing template. Here's my second email account, 52 grand in sales. That account makes me 3 to 4K when I send emails. Guys, that's $250,000 in 5 months, and it only gets bigger and bigger and bigger every single day. It's going to do over 500 grand this year in email marketing. Now, the question is, can you duplicate what I just showed you? Can you duplicate these 4 steps? Can you actually make money doing this stuff, and how fast can you make it happen? How many of you in here would like to get started but want to know how soon you could expect results? How soon, Adrian, can I expect a return on my investment? Just type in a yes, all right? Well, everybody in here is different. Everybody's going to go at their own pace, right? But I want to introduce you to Josh. Josh only took 1 hour of my training, 1 hour of it. He didn't even get to see this program because it wasn't out yet. He listened to me talk for 1 hour and the stuff that I teach in great detail in ESA. And here are Josh's results, and it's actually mind-blowing. He hasn't even made $1,000 yet at this point. This is on day 3 or 4 of him getting started. So let me just show you his quick video.
What's up, guys? This is Josh. I'm doing a video for Adrian Morrison. Within 4 days, I had almost like 500 emails. That's sick, man. 500 emails, you know, that I can retarget, you know, within 4 days. Just imagine what it's going to be like in a month. And then not only that, but I'm making, $200-300 a day. That's within 4 or 5 days. I'm so excited to keep going, so excited to go into this training program. And man, it's definitely worth it.
So in 4 days, he's already making $200 to $300 a day and building up an email list of over 500 people, which we know is long-term money. So if you're wondering, Adrian, how fast can I get started? Look at Josh, and he didn't even get to go through an advanced course. He listened to me talk for 1 hour, okay? So $2.4 million Ecom success plan, zero inventory, Shopify, drop shipping, passion products, free plus shipping, and email marketing, okay? That is the success plan to get started with what I'm teaching. Now, here it is so you can visualize it. You've got identify a passion, identify a unique product, which my X Factor software does for me literally in 3 seconds, by the way. Initiate the 4 phases of targeting with Facebook so Facebook can learn who your buyers are. Create retargeting ads and do email marketing. That's the key, right? That's how this is done. These are the steps. Duplicate these steps and you can crush it, all right? Just like these other students. Michael Jarrett, $430,000 last year with e-commerce using my strategy. Ruben Blackstock, $100,000 in 90 days. You've got Jeffrey Ross has done over $100K in 90 days. Alex Pig, his son has done over $10,000 a month, up to $25K a month now. Graham, he's doing now actually now $1,000 a week in net profit. You've got Sebastian. Sebastian's at over $80,000 in sales this year. Frank's another one of my students who's a police officer in Vegas. He's done over $50,000 in sales. What do they all have in common? Let me tell you what they all have in common. They have training from me, right? That's what they all have in common. And success leaves clues, guys, right? Pick them up. Follow somebody that's actually doing this stuff and get those clues, get that training, and get started with this stuff. Because what Ecom Success Academy is about is mentorship. It's not about trying to sell a course and let you watch some videos and never talk to you again. This is about getting advice every single week, direction every single week, support whenever you need it, coaching every single week, and actually hitting your goals, all right? So inside of Ecom Success Academy, here's what you guys are going to get. You're going to get access to my Shopify Mastery course. This is going to show you how to create your Shopify store the right way. I don't care if you already have a Shopify store. You need to set it up the right way. And I'm going to show you how to do that in less than 20 minutes. Drop shipping made easy. Finally, for once, figure out how to do drop shipping the right way. Don't mind that I put 2 P's in there. I'm not that smart when it comes to spelling, but I'm really good at making money on the internet. High conversion strategies that I use. All of the Shopify apps. Watch me build a store live, okay, in the Shopify Mastery course. This course alone is $1,500 if I were to put a value on it. Then product sorcery. This is going to be another course that you get access to that shows you how to snipe out passion products. I'm going to give you my X Factor software completely free as a bonus with this, and it's going to go over finding unique and custom products, scaling those products out so they can be 6-figure campaigns like the ones that I have. This course alone, definitely worth a good bit of money right here. Facebook Ads Mastery. This is an over-the-shoulder mastery training from A to Z. It doesn't matter if you've never created a Facebook ad in your life. If you go through this course, you will be a ninja, a master, a sensei in your own right at Facebook marketing. I show you how to go from building your Facebook account, if you don't even have one, all the way to advanced strategies. I give you a formula so that you know when to kill an ad or scale it. I teach you Facebook ads, baby step by baby step by baby step. I give you the exact ad copy that you should write. Don't you dare try to write your own ad. You need to put exactly what I put in my ads, and that's how you should be marketing your ads. The 4 phases of targeting blueprint. This right here alone, this one course, people have paid me upwards of $3,000 just to get Facebook training from me. All right? And that's in Ecom Success Academy. People paid over $3,000 for that. Email Mastery. This is where I give you my $16,000 high converting template. I'm literally handing it over to you. I've done the work. I've sent millions of emails in order to figure out what works the best. I give you the entire formula for email marketing. I show you how to hook it up and start doing it. This is the $500,000 a year blueprint. Then we're going to go over automation. I'm going to show you how to automate everything and scale it so that you don't do any work, but you have all of the work being done by somebody or something else. And then our exit plan strategy. I have a secret that I use to get my $3.5 million valuation in 10 months. I go over this in ESA. I give you the formula that I use to have my business primed and prepped for the maximum valuation whenever I do want to sell it. And this is why these brokers are knocking my door down trying to get me to sell this. So you're going to get everything that I just went over, right? And you're not going to be charged individually for it. But additionally, I'm throwing in other bonuses. So bonus number 1 is when you enroll today, you're going to be put in the Shopify Top Earners Contest. Like Luke said before, Shopify stepped up and personally endorsed this course. They've never endorsed a course before, because if they do and it's a crappy course, then it's going to look bad on them. I had to go through a lot of things to get them to, they had to go through the whole training, they had to look at it, they had to approve it, legal had to approve it and say, yes, we're willing to endorse this. And they did so with a 60-day contest. So my top 3 earners in ESA over the next 60 days, Shopify is going to fly you to their headquarters. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. They're going to pay to fly you to Canada to meet me, go on a private tour of Shopify offices, and spend a full day with one-on-one training from me in Shopify. This right here, I believe, is completely priceless. How many of you in here would like to meet me at Shopify HQ for a full day of training? I mean, it's nuts. Bonus number 2 is our X Factor software. This is a $3,000 software, and it costs me money to maintain it and upgrade it every single month. You're not going to have to pay anything for it. It's going to be a free bonus, and you're going to get all upgrades as I make it bigger and better. This is my X Factor software. It's a free bonus. My Profit Power Hour trainings, which I'm actually doing one tonight, by the way. I do them every single Tuesday night. Never missed one. Been doing them for over a year. You're going to get access to them. There's no cutoff. There's no limit. There's not 5 sessions or 10 sessions. Literally, I've been doing them since May 5th of 2015, every single week. They're just trainings, and you can come on every single week and extend your education and learn more and adapt and evolve with what I'm doing and what other players are doing that I bring in to teach. Bonus number 4 is you're going to get access to my Friends with Benefits discount. Now, this is pretty awesome. My top vendor for t-shirts and mugs and all that stuff has agreed to give you guys a discount on all of the products that you sell if you use them. This is a massive advantage over everybody else because it's going to give you a better opportunity to make more profits and a better opportunity to scale your business, right? They don't offer this to anybody but Ecom Success Academy students. So you're going to get introduced to them, and you're going to get the special discount on all of the products they have to offer. Now, I know that Luke also threw some bonuses in as well. The link to get enrolled is startesa.com/Luke. But Luke, before I let you talk, I want to say this. Everything that I just showed you is worth well over $12,000. I mean, I don't have to stack up a bunch of slides to show you that. Everything that I just went over, I think we all can agree, is worth well over $12,000. Everything I'm giving you. But I still have more bonuses, okay? I have 2 fast action bonuses. But first, I want to let you know how much this costs, and of course, you have the URL to get enrolled. Then I'm going to show you my fast action bonuses. I want to say this before I go to the next slide. Working with me is like working with just one of the best in the space, okay? And in order to do that, it's not $67 or $47. It's not cheap, but it is affordable, and it is a well worth it investment for everything that I'm putting out there. And that's $2,497. It's a one-time fee. There's no upsells. There's no crap in there that you got to buy. This is everything, including everything I've gone over. But additionally, there's going to be 2 more fast action bonuses. Then I'm going to let Luke talk about his bonuses, and we're going to do a Q&A. So the first 25 people that enroll, remember, Luke, I gave you 25 slots last time, and they filled up fairly quickly. I'm going to give you my $152,000 campaign. So I'm going to give you the ad, I'm going to give you all of the targeting. I'm going to show you the product, and I even made a video that walks you baby step by baby step through duplicating a campaign that's made me $152,000. So you're going to get all of that, but that's only for the first 25 students because I have to limit it because I'm allowing other partners to promote this as well. All right, and then fast action bonus number 2 is 4 weeks of daily coaching, but not just with me, with my player coaches that are 6, 7, and 8 figure marketers. You're going to get a week with me and Anthony Morrison on email marketing, a week with me and Casey, Casey's my wife, and she's created the entire optimization and automation on the back end of my business. You've got Corey. He's making 30 grand a month in one single passion, and you're going to have a full week with Adam, who sold over $2 million of one single product. Now, all of these are going to be recorded. They start on June 7th. They're every day at a different time, and they're basically, each week is going to go over the exact same, every day we're going to go over the exact same thing. One subject per week, I guess is what I'm trying to say, to give everybody the opportunity to come on live and learn. Because we know we got people in Australia, we got people in UK, Canada, US, so they're all going to be recorded, and every day is going to be at a different time. So everyone in the world has the opportunity to come on at a reasonable time. You can ask us questions, interact with us. We're just going to hang out. They're going to be about 1 to 2 hours each, 30 times. So we're giving you 30 days of our lives. You can't even pay Corey, Adam, or Casey. They don't sell their time. They're coming in because I've asked them to come in as player coaches for me. And if you want to buy some of Anthony's time, it's about $35,000 to get one-on-one coaching from him. And he's coming in and doing it for a fast action bonus for me with ESA. So you're going to get everything I just went over. The first 25 students get both fast action bonuses plus the recordings. And Luke, I'm going to let you talk about yours because you're literally giving away everything that you have.
Yeah, exactly right. So I'm jumping on webcam now, and I know that I don't really ever do webinars, and I think you've seen why I brought Adrian in, because he's just a powerhouse at what he does, and he just provides so much value. And I know this is more of a higher ticket product, but what I really want to focus on here is not the cost of the product, it's the investment and the return that you'll be able to get very quickly from this. And I'm going to be throwing in pretty much everything I have as a bonus. So these aren't little crappy PDFs or little like 120-minute webinar with me or something like that I see quite a lot of people do often. I'm giving you every product that I've actually ever created, plus some new ones as well. So you're first going to get Social Autobots, the entire funnel. You can check it out on socialautobots.com later. Like, these sell for $67 every single day with an upsell of the training. You're getting them both for free. This automates your Instagram and your Facebook 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, from your actual Facebook fan pages, your events, your groups, and then your Instagram pages as well. So you get that 100% free. You're also going to get Viral Autobots, the entire funnel as well, which actually includes Viral Autobots finds the most viral content online and then allows you to repurpose it to your fan pages every single day. You might know when you scroll through Facebook, you always see viral videos everywhere with millions of views. They're actually not advertised to you, but they've gone viral because someone else has liked or commented and shared. And when a viral piece of content goes viral, Facebook rewards that post by sharing it to more people. And this tool pretty much ensures your fan page is going to be seen by a massive, massive market. So you get the entire funnel of that, which includes our affiliate link cloaker and also our VIP training there as well. You're going to be also getting Instamate. I know a lot of you have Instamate, but you'll also get the entire funnel for that as well, including the 30 license keys. So you'll be able to use Instamate for 30 accounts. I'm giving you Insta Response, which was a product I made the other week, basically to ensure you can get mobile opt-in. It's a very dumbed-down version of Anthony Morrison's mobile opt-in, but this is going to ensure you get their primary email address when creating a list. It's going to be their main email address that's going to be added to your contacts, and it's probably the best way outside of mobile opt-in to build your email list. So you get that for free as well. That includes training. That includes 50, actually 100 now done for you lead magnets, things you can give away to get your actual email. You're also going to be getting AdLeap. AdLeap is my software, which I have not even released yet. I've given it out to a couple of other beta testers in my groups. We did a small promotion for that a few weeks ago, but you get that 100% free as well. That basically is the world's biggest Facebook ads library, where you can go in and search for any ad in any niche market and actually then track each user with the ads they've actually been launching and adding to Facebook. So that's pretty cool. Insta-Easy is no doubt my favorite tool at the moment that I've created. I've given it away twice as bonuses previously, but I'm going to be giving this to you guys for free for 2 months trial of this as well, which is going to automate your Instagram account 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So imagine being able to log into the web-based platform, enter your top 5 competitors, enter your top 10 hashtags. So say I'm a tennis player, I could enter Roger Federer, Wimbledon, Wilson Tennis, Djokovic, for example, and then 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with my computer shut down, my Instagram account is liking and following and engaging with the followers of my competitors and the niche market individuals from those hashtags. So you get that for free as well. And on top of that, I only decided to do this last webinar last minute, so I'm going to offer this to you guys here as well. That'll live. For the first 30 people that grab this today, I'm going to actually personally, not anyone on my team, me personally, I'm going to automate your Instagram account for you for 30 days. So I'm going to come in and run your Instagram automations and build your database of users, of followers, and people that love you and your brand for you to pick this up right away. So that's only for the first 30 people, because obviously I am very limited on time in terms of I don't want to offer this to the world, because I know a lot of people are going to pick this up. So I'm only going to be offering this for the first 30. And I'm sure Adrian's going to actually keep me updated with that. And
yep, and I want to congratulate a couple of people, Luke, that just came in. We just had John Wu, Brian Persons, Daniel Whittaker. We've also had Richard Kim, Brian Scurry roll in, and Allison Aldabute. I'm sorry if I messed that up. I just want to let everybody know people are enrolling right now, and those fast action bonuses for the 152K campaign in the 4 weeks, they really are limited. So yes, there's a lot more information, and we're going to be doing a Q&A. We're going to be giving away money, but we're down now to about what looks like 18 slots left for the fast action bonuses. So I just want to make sure everybody understands the urgency on that, and goes ahead and gets enrolled.
And yeah, and in saying that, like, this isn't fake scarcity or anything. I literally can only do that to 30 people because it doesn't make sense otherwise, because I wouldn't be able to give you all my actual time 100%. So I've actually worked it out. So that'll be for the first 30 people. You're also going to get access to my Inner Circle Facebook group. I know a lot of you guys are in most of my groups, my bigger ones from 7 to 10,000 people. Things can get pretty chaotic in there. So I have a very small exclusive Inner Circle group, which right now I only has 60 people in it, and I'm in it every single day. I'm engaging, I'm bringing in the top marketers there for value only, and it's a great place for you guys to constantly be able to connect with the best in the business and me personally, because I know this is a big investment, so I want to ensure that you guys can see the other side of it, that I'm throwing in all of my products, not to distract you with other things going on, but to show you that I'm giving everything I have, which costs even more than ESA itself. That's how sure I am that this system is for you guys. And finally, my secret new tool. I haven't actually announced it to anyone yet. What this tool is going to be able to do, it's going to find the most viral videos, images, and content that's trending right now that you can then go out with one single click, ensure that every fan page you have, and even Facebook group, you can mass post to them all, and not only that, but schedule to them on complete autopilot. So basically, think of something like Hootsuite or a scheduler where you can go and upload content every single day and have it go out and get posted, right? This tool does more than that in the sense that it goes and finds the content for you, the articles, the trending topics in your niche, and then you can hit post every 6 hours, every 12 hours, every 24 hours, however long you want, and it will post fresh content for you related to your niche that's viral, and every single day it'll be going out with you completely leaving it on save and forget. think about just one instance of how you could use that. You could go to a local marketing company and say, hey guys, I'm going to do your content management every single day for $400 a month. And they're going to be like, wow, $400 a month, $100 a week to get 3 updates a day on my actual fan pages. I don't have time to do that myself. You go into the software that I'm going to be giving you guys here. I haven't even named it yet, but it's ready to go. You can literally set up to get their account. You're going to be making a recurring income of $400 every single month, or even $1,000, guys. You can charge whatever you want to the actual end user. And this is just one way you can do it. And have their content going out 24 hours every single day on exact scheduled milestones, breaking up with the most viral Facebook posts from images, videos, and articles. So that just makes sense, right? So I'm giving you everything here, and I'll be giving this to you once we finish this ESA promotion. This isn't open forever. This is going to be closing down, but that's how sure I am that this is for you guys. So I want to make sure that you know you get everything there. I'll be adding everyone at the end of the promotion once I get the full list from Adrian, but I've never actually given every solid product, or let alone come in to run your Instagram for a month before. So I want to make sure you guys know that. So Adrian, where are we up to with those 30 keys? For the,
yes, we are, it was 25. We're already down to 12 slots left. I want to congratulate George Rodriguez, Richard Trummer, and Eric Hanyon. Those are the last 3 that I saw pop in. We just had Stephanie Mason come in as well, so that takes it actually down to 11. And guys, a couple of you asked about PayPal. We don't do PayPal. We have a real, like, our company has done over about $100 million in sales. We have a real merchants account that handles high volume, because Anthony and I sold books on television that we wrote, and we sold over 1 million books between the 2 of us. So we use our own merchant processing. We don't use PayPal because we do, you know, a lot of stuff. So you would have to use that our merchants account. But let me just see if we have any other questions in here. So I see, Adrian, when does the coaching start? And what should my daily budget, or what should my investment be for ads? So the daily coaching starts on June 7th. As a matter of fact, I'll get out of here real quick and show you. And I would say about $5 a day for ads to get started. So let me just click on Ecom Success Academy. Here we go. This is the inside of Ecom Success Academy right here. And when you get in, first off, Shopify is giving me an exclusive 15% off discount for people that enroll with Shopify. And this will enroll you in the Top Earners contest. So you're going to want to click this banner and create your store through here, because it's going to save you money. But as you scroll down, you'll see the schedule for our player coaches weekly daily coaching. Now this has June 7th, and it tells you what we're going to be going over, and it gives you the different times of the day that everything's going to be happening. So we do them at different times throughout the week, so everybody has the opportunity to get on. You just click here to get registered. Then we've got in the modules the $152,000 bonus, which we now have 9 slots left for this coaching and the bonus. But you come over to bonus section, and if you're one of the next 9 people, it'll show up in your account right here, and you just click it, and everything's in there that you need. The Sizzle Sniper software is also right here. So this is that X Factor software that snipes out products. Guys, this software alone is worth $3 grand. I mean, you know, Luke develops a lot of amazing softwares. He can tell you it's not easy to code something like that that has an algorithm that does a ranking system based off of feedback from AliExpress, finds products on Facebook that are already selling, not stuff that used to sell, but stuff that's selling right now. This one software could be the key to your success, just being able to find what's already working. And then behind this software, having a freaking case study that does 152K and still running right now that you can duplicate, and all of the training that literally walks you through baby steps on how to set up your Shopify account and drop shipping, where I source my products from, negotiating prices to get better prices, drop shipping. We've got Facebook ads right here. So I've got a very amazing beginning to advanced course on Facebook ads. It's all in here. And then email marketing, we've got my $16,000 template. And you can tell that this course is a very, very well thought out, high quality training. You just got to get in and see it for yourself. And of course, I haven't even gone over the other 3 sections. So what I did is, instead of breaking these up into, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different courses and trying to sell them all individually, I said, I don't want to do that where I have to string people along and they have to keep buying something else every time they want to succeed. I want to give them access to everything that they need and have it all in one place without upsells or anything like that. Now, Steph says, will the coaching be recorded? Yes, all of the coaching sessions with my player coaches will be recorded, and they'll actually be down here in the bonus section where you can look at the every week's recordings. So there will be 30 coaching sessions that will be recorded with my player coaches, and they'll be right in here. So you got to make sure to go in and you know, watch those. So I'm just looking at the spots that are available because we were down to 9 a second ago. Let me hit refresh, and I'm just going to welcome a couple of new students. Richard and Philip, Christine just popped in. So that takes us down to about 6 slots on the fast action bonuses. So we got 6 slots on those left. Guys, get your questions answered. Type them in the box. We're happy to go in with those. But we also want to, I did just get a question from Stephanie saying, so grateful that there is no upsell. Look, guys, I know that you're making a fairly large investment. Now, for what you're getting, it's not a lot of money. But that doesn't take away from the fact that for some of you in your current situation, this isn't a stretch, right? So I totally get that. There is no upsells inside. There's nothing else to buy. I'm literally giving you everything, and I'm just doing it up front instead of trying to string you along. But if you want to do e-commerce and you want to succeed online and you want to master Facebook ads, which, by the way, all of my training you can use for digital products and other stuff as well, this is what you need right here. This is the best thing that you can get access to get started, full circle, all the way from A to Z. The value that's in here, we're looking at well over $20,000 in value for 2,500 bucks. So I mean, this should be a no-brainer. And if right now you're questioning how much it is, saying, I don't know, that's a lot of money, I don't know if I should get started with this, then this just simply may not be for you. You know, if you have the funds and you feel like $2,500 is a lot for everything that's here, this might not be for you, and you know, that's okay. You can go buy a $67 course on Facebook ads from somebody that's never really made a dime doing it, and you can try to learn from them. But if you want the big guys that are really in the trenches, that are really doing this stuff, to give you 30 days of their lives, give away their campaign to you, and teach you, you know, you got to have some skin in the game, more than a couple of bucks. And I'm not trying to be mean when I say that. I'm just saying that if you were to go to Tony Robbins or you were to go to any of the big guys in their space and ask them to train you and mentor you, it would be an insane amount of money. I've actually paid upwards of $20,000 myself just to go get mentorship from other people as well. I paid one guy 25 grand to mentor me at one point. So I understand how to invest in training because I don't look at the money that's going out. I look at the potential of what's going to come back in, right? There's a difference between investing and spending. When you spend money, you're not getting anything back. When you invest money, you plan on getting something back. You plan on getting a return on that investment. So I just want to be clear on that. And I'm not trying to be rude. And look, like I said, if it's not for you, then it's not for you. But if you're on this webinar right now, and we still have hundreds of people on here, and you want to start doing this stuff, you're not going to find anything better than this. I'm willing to guarantee that you're not going to find something better, more robust, and just well thought out than Ecom Success Academy. And you know, that's because I didn't just go in and make my first $100 and create a course and try to sell it. I made $2.5 million, and I said, okay, I got this. I've mastered this over a year's time. I'm going to put something together, and I'm going to teach other people how to do it. And that's why I've created so many six-figure success students and five-figure success students. I even have one seven-figure success student who's done over $2 million in sales. It's because I'm in the trenches. There's nobody better to learn from than the guy that's actually doing what he's teaching. The guy who's not doing what he's teaching is what you should fear. The guy that's teaching you something that he used to do that no longer works, that's what you should be hesitant of right there. So I'm just going to look there. I'm just going to look through. And Kelly says, is there a time limit on joining? Yes, Kelly, there is. ESA is closing down this week. This is it. We've already been open for a week. We had a 2-week window. And it's one of those things where it is time sensitive, and you do have to make a decision. The bonuses are definitely time sensitive, but we got to get started with the weekly coaching that we're going to start doing, the daily coaching. Oh, and somebody asked about my weekly coaching Profit Power Hour bonus. I want to show you this. One of the bonuses that you're going to get is the Profit Power Hour weekly training with me, and I've been doing it for a full year, and I'm not lying about that. I'm going to show you. If you come over here and you look in my Profit Power Hour members area, which you're all going to get access to as a free bonus, you cannot buy this anywhere. It's not for sale. It's only for my VIP students. You're going to get a replay of every week's training and the ability to attend it live. But check this out. All of my archived trainings, look at this. It goes all the way back to May 5th of 2015. That's over a year ago that I've been doing these Profit Power Hours with my students. And you click on one of them, and you get to watch the entire training. Literally, every single one that I've ever done. Here I am on camera. I'm going over, I think this one I start talking about the Facebook Pixel. I mean, it's just value training. And you're going to get access to all of the archives, plus all of the future trainings. And it's literally a bonus that I'm handing over to you for getting inside Ecom Success Academy. That is extremely valuable right there. So we have another question that says, Adrian, how many products should I have to start? I would say to start, like I said earlier, about one product to start. So I would start with one single product, and from there I would scale. And that's what I've done, and that's another reason that I have my player coaches coming on. I mean, the guy in the top left, Anthony Morrison, he's an 8-figure marketer. A lot of you have already met him. The other three, they don't sell their time. They don't do coaching. You can't buy them. They don't have a course for sale or anything like that. These are underground people. Well, Casey's my wife. I shouldn't say she's an underground marketer, but she is a massive part of my business. The other two guys, they don't put out courses or anything, and they're coming on to give you a week of their time as a bonus with Ecom Success Academy, because look, your network is your net worth. And when you get in with me, you're getting in with my friends and my network as well. I bring them on to my webinars. I get them to teach you things that I'm not necessarily amazing at, right? Because there's a lot of ways to make money. Come again, Luke?
I was just saying, just like I'm doing right now, I'm no expert at Shopify, but I know I do have a few little e-com businesses, but at the end of the day, if I can find someone who's just excelling and can not only do it themselves, but teach, which is such an important asset that a lot of people forget. A lot of gurus and stuff say, oh, look at how much money I've made. Who cares how much money the gurus made? They want to know what money the students have made, and that in itself is an asset of being able to teach and put something forward. And just before you go on, I wanted to just jump back to that point you were mentioning about about investing in yourself, and actually back to the point I made at the start, how the only way that I got anywhere was when I sold my car. Adrian, you said that you spent 20 grand on getting mentorship. I spent around the same after I sold my car, and I was carless for 2 years. It sucked at the time, but now I look back on it, and that was literally the best investment of my life, because one, it made me focus on something and actually stick to it. Two, it gave me a connection with some of the biggest internet marketers in the world in the field that I wanted to really go forward in. Just like you're saying on the screen here, like this isn't stuff you get access to every single day. And because I actually was emotionally invested, financially I was invested, I had to make it work. And not only that, but the coaching I received was so next level compared to the next crappy little Facebook software or training. There's so many tools out there, and training programs on Facebook and Shopify that are $20, $30, and they're just crap. Why would they sell them for that if they're going to get people results? They just don't, and that's what I hate about this marketing game and the internet marketing world. There's so many shining objects and just realistically just bullshit, and I don't swear off them, but there's a lot of bullshit in this industry, which is why I want to get rid of that and put you guys on one specific training focus. That's why I'm giving you every single product I've ever had created, which has costed me tens of thousands of dollars, because I know the one thing that made a difference for me was when I did sell my car at that stage and get that mentorship. This, you can do it for a fraction of the cost. Like, realistically, this is next to nothing for the value you're going to be getting. It's going to come down to you doing the work once you're in there, but you have a support network around you that are going to leapfrog you ahead of everything else, guys. So that's really what you're going to be getting here.
Hey, Luke.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, man, because you're making a really great point. But I got an announcement. We just sold out of the 25 fast action bonuses. I just posted that there was one spot left, but we literally just sold out the fast action bonuses, and the last person that got them was Sudhinroy Patel. Sudhinroy Patel. So that's it. They're gone. These were the fast action takers: Sudhin, Steve, Richard, Philip, Christine, and so on. How many of you in here right now feel like you just lost out a little bit and wish you had to pull the trigger a little bit faster on those fast action bonuses and would still like to get in but really want those bonuses? Type in a me in the chat box and I might do something special for you. So put me in the chat box. We've got David, Vindo, John, Jeff, Arthur. We've got Valerie. So, all right, here's the thing. I got a little bit off track and I didn't get to a lot of the other slides, because as you can see, I have a lot of slides in here. Look, I've got many more slides to go through, but we did have a question about a payment plan, and we do have a payment plan. And since I didn't get a chance to show you this slide of the payment plans, $997 times 3, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set up a Google timer, and I'm going to make it 15 minutes long. So we're going to do a 15-minute timer here. I'm going to extend all of the bonuses, all of my fast action bonuses. I can't speak for Luke's bonuses, but all of my fast action bonuses for 15 minutes. And you can get the payment plan option, or you can use the full pay option. Look, here's, a matter of fact, here's both options right here. The payment plan is startesa.com/LukeFlex. So let me just type that in. So payment plan is http://startesa.com/LukeFlex. So you can get in and break it down into 3 payments, and you'll still get all bonuses. Or you can save $500 because it's discounted if you pay in full, and you can get access to all bonuses. And I'm going to open that up for 15 minutes. We've got the timer on. You see the Google timer going over here in the background, and I'm going to give you all the opportunity to do that. But I also want to say this. Over the next 15 minutes, if you can't make a decision on whether you should do this or not, then the decision probably should be no. If you still haven't made your mind up in 15 minutes, let me just make the decision for you and say, this probably isn't for you. All right? Because here's why. The people that pull that trigger quickly, the people that get in quick, the people that see the instant value in this, those are the people I know that are going to show up on my trainings, my daily coaching webinars, and are going to take action and send me earnings reports and testimonials. The people that are wishy-washy about it are typically the ones that never follow through. Now, I do know there's some of you in here that just simply, you cannot afford it. I'm not talking to you when I say that. I'm talking to the people that are on the fence, that have the money, that want to get started doing something, but they're always too scared to pull the trigger. If it's not this, then what's it going to be? If it's not now, then when is it actually going to happen, right? So let me help you. And I'm going to put this timer up, give you 15 minutes, and try to push you to go ahead and make a decision, be it yes or be it no, and say that, that's it. Because ESA is shutting down. I'm including these bonuses over the next 15 minutes, and I want you in, but I can't force you in. But one thing I don't want you to do is sit around for 10 hours trying to debate on if you should get in or not get in. Because for me, This is a no-brainer decision. For the past 25, now it looks like 28 people that have enrolled, it's been a no-brainer decision. And decision making is a part of business, right? It is a huge part of business. As a matter of fact, there's two roads that you can take when it comes to decision making. You can decide to do it by yourself. You could say, oh, well, $2,500 is a big investment, or 3 payments of $997 is a big investment. So I think I'm just going to get my feet wet, and I'm just going to give it a test. I'm going to try it out by myself. Here's what happens. The opportunity is gone. The window's closed. I'm already working with my students on the live coaching sessions. You're going to go get started. You're going to try it by yourself, and you're either going to give up because, well, later never comes, or B, you're going to get started and you're going to fail. You're going to make mistakes. Not because you're not smart. When I first started out, I lost thousands of dollars, tens of thousands, trying to figure out what did not work. Because if you're doing it yourself, you have to figure it out the hard way. But the hard way costs time and it costs money. How many of you in here believe that over the next 6 months that you might spend over $2,500 just on trial and error in 6 months' time, trying to figure out what doesn't work, or buying little $50 courses here and there that are fluff? How many of you in here believe that might happen? Just say yes in the chat box. Right? Stephanie says no toe dipping, just jump in. We've got a lot of people saying yes. So I guess my point is you're going to spend the money or you're going to invest it. You can spend it on screwing up over a period of time, or you can invest it up front in something that's going to give you access to 7- and 8-figure marketers, all of the training you need, tens of thousands of dollars worth of software between Luke's stuff and my stuff, and actually get something for your money other than some bumps and bruises, and get to where you want to be much sooner. So there's two roads. It's your choice. You've got probably 10 minutes left on the clock, and you've got to choose a path, right? And that's what decision making in business is all about. Sometimes you see an opportunity and you've only got a little bit of time to decide if it's for you or not. And if you choke on it, then you miss it, right? You kind of wake up the next day like, damn, I wish I had have pulled that trigger, but then it's too late. But I can tell you this, I've consistently been making $2 million. With this, $2.4 million over the last year. I'm one of the top 1% people on Shopify. I'm the only person they've ever officially endorsed and invited my students to fly up to their headquarters. And for either one of these two packages right here, I'm extending all the bonuses to you, and you can get access, and hey, look, you can start doing it the right way. So we've got now 9 minutes left on this opening for the bonuses. We're going to answer some questions, we're going to give away some money, and we're going to also give away Luke's special software that he created for you guys as a special thank you for just being, loyal students. And I want to congratulate a couple of more people that have now enrolled. So let me just refresh my members area here. We've got Marquette, Deborah, David. Every time I do it, it's like another 3 that just popped in. So if you are going to get in right now in the next 10 minutes, you're going to take advantage of this extension. Be that you're in the payment plan or full pay. I want you to type me in the chat box, and I just want to congratulate you, but I want you to move forward. I want you to go to the links. I want you to go ahead and get enrolled, but type in a me so I can start saying congratulations to you guys. All right, so we have Anton, we've got Mark B, we've got, let's see who else's name came up, Philip Featherstone, Stephanie De La Roy, we've got Sanu Fuki, John Kelly, George Rodriguez is already in, I believe. Fritz says PayPal is his only option. So Fritz, we'll reach out to you and see if there's some way we can work with you on that. So we've got a couple of people that just said me. Go ahead and type your name in, say me. I'm going to make sure you get the bonuses. Make yourself finally take action. And I promise you this, you're not going to regret it. You're going to look back on this and you're going to start sending Luke thank you letters and gift baskets for letting me come on here and show you this stuff, because you're not going to be working with somebody who doesn't know what they're talking about. You're going to be working with somebody that's actually making millions doing this stuff. And I can tell you right now, without saying any names, I see all these posers all over Facebook selling their weekly coaching packages, saying they'll coach you once a week for $5,000 a month. There are people that literally have not even crossed 6 figures yet selling coaching to people for $5,000 a month for 4 coaching sessions a month for 1 hour each. There's people out there selling $10,000 coaching packages monthly just to get on the phone with them. And you're getting access to a real multi-7-figure marketer plus all of my player coaches. 152. How much is this $152,000 campaign worth, right? I'm handing over to you, and I had to debate on whether I wanted to do this or not, but I decided it was what's best for my students. You know, instead of you having to start out with something at zero, take something that's already working for me right now and make that work. You're getting access to all of this stuff for a little bit of nothing in terms of the value that you're getting. I've seen somebody give away a campaign before. They gave away a t-shirt campaign. They did a case study on it. It was a t-shirt, and it was a brilliant guy. Actually, 2 people did it, and it was great training, but they gave away this campaign that revolved around a t-shirt that was on a holiday that only came once like every 100 years, and the holiday was over. So yeah, they gave away a campaign, but you can't sell it anymore after the holiday is already passed, unless you're going to be living for another 100 years and doing this marketing, right? So this isn't something that I used to do that worked and no longer works. This is something I'm still running right now that I'm literally handing over to you and saying, hey, here's the best way to get started. I've already had students take that campaign, Luke, and get their first sales with it. And one thing I'm asking my students to do is, as soon as you get your very first sale with my training, is pull out your phone, pull out your iPhone, or whatever type of phone it is you use, film your computer in the background with your sale in your face and say, Adrian, I just got my first sale. Because that is going to be the most exciting and most important moment in your internet marketing career, because it's the first sale that you will ever generated for your own brand, your own business, your own asset that can create long-term money. And I'm creating an archive and a montage of all of my students. We have hundreds and hundreds coming in of people that have made their first sale. I'm doing like some crazy video with it. So I'm active on my fan page. I do the weekly coachings every week, so you're not going to see another course for sale from me in 3 months or anything like that. This ESA is the only thing I've released all year. I built up for this one product because I don't put things into little bitty, courses that leave things out. I put it all into one big package and say, hey guys, here's the best. Here's the one place that you need to go to get started. So just let me come over here and look at how much time we have left on our timer. Guys, we are down to 4 minutes. I'm going to pause this timer for a second because I want to tell you a story. My camera guy, his name is Chris. So I'm just pause this while I'm telling the story. My camera guy, his name is Chris. He watched the trainings that were in ESA before ESA was released. And he ended up editing my videos for me. He was not even interested in online marketing. He text messaged me a couple of days later a screenshot of him making $500 in sales. And I said, dude, check out. I made my Shopify store. And I said, how did you do that? I mean, all the training isn't even up yet. He said, no, while I was editing your training, I watched it and I implemented it, and I built my first store. And after a couple of days, I made $500. And I was like, dang, dude, that's really freaking cool. It got me excited because I was like, when people get into this, they're actually going to see success. But I'll tell you this. Some of you in here are on your last, you might be on your last couple bucks. Like, it is a massive stretch to pull that $2,500, that $997 out and jump in. I mean, at that point, it's either sink or swim, right? But let me tell you what I've told all my other students you should really be scared of. Right now, if you have the money and it's something you're debating on doing, you're on the fence, but you would have to pull from savings or take your little cushion or your nest egg and pull out of it. I got something to tell you about nest eggs, and I've taught thousands of students, okay? So I've seen it happen over and over again. Nest eggs are great, but what happens to them is they dwindle over time because you have to pull something out to pay this bill or that bill or afford gas or afford food, whatever. And over time, that nest egg, it dwindles. And what's really scary is what you're going to do or what you're not going to be able to do when the nest egg does dwindle, when you've wasted it on stuff that doesn't bring anything back. But right now, while you have it, you actually are fortunate. You're more fortunate than a lot of people out there. You actually have enough money to invest in something that could bring something back rather than spend it on bills and stuff that aren't going to bring anything back to you but that are just going to keep you afloat. You're going to have to take a risk in order to get yourself out of the situation that you may currently be in, right? And then you got to feed off of that fear, and you've got to say, okay, I've jumped. It's sink or swim, but I choose to swim. I'm not going to let myself sink. And what's amazing about this opportunity is when you jump in, even if you can't swim, I'm going to be right there in the water with you. I'm going to grab your ankles, and I'm going to start pedaling your legs for you, and I'm going to force you to swim. And that's what those 4 weeks of daily coaching are about, is me forcing you to do what it takes and guiding you down the right path to success with e-commerce and internet marketing. That's what I'm willing to do for you, but I can't do it unless you jump in. So I want to go ahead and look at a couple more questions here. I see a lot of you agreeing with me on the nest egg analogy, and it's true. Because what's really going to be scary is in a year or a couple of months when you've got no money left and there are no options, you don't have the money to invest in something, you're at zero. That's what really sucks. I'm going to go ahead and congratulate a couple of new students. We're going to do some Q&A. Luke, if you've seen any technical questions in there about Facebook or anything like that, let me know. Let me just hit the refresh button real fast. We've had so many students come in. Joseph E just rolled in, so congrats, Joseph. Guys, we've got 4 minutes left. I'm going to go ahead and start this timer again. We got 4 minutes left. After this is over, guys, that's it, right? The bonuses, the opportunity, it's for the bonuses at least, that's gone. ESA is going to be open for a couple more days, but the bonuses are mega limited, so you're going to have to make a decision. Luke, did you see any good questions I can answer?
Yeah, one thing I wanted to really just mention really fast right now that I know is going to resonate with a lot of people that are on the fence is that it's scary. You might be scared to go, wow, this is probably the biggest investment I've made on a single product in the internet marketing world. The thing is, the difference between this and every other $47 product is you're going to be spending, stop buying crap is what I'm basically trying to say. You'll end up spending that on crap when this is what's going to get you results in an A to Z system. And it's scary to put all that down at once, but it's going to hold you accountable. And I was thinking about it, every amazing thing in my life, let me turn my webcam on so you can see me. Every amazing thing in my life has come from something that was extremely scary that made me adapt. I remember I used to be in a 6-year relationship. I broke up with my girlfriend. Well, she broke up with me years ago, unfortunately. I don't know. Maybe it's the haircut. Who knows? I was destroyed back then, but without that happening, everything else in my life wouldn't have happened. If I didn't sell my car and invest with the marketers that I did, with the right people, that wouldn't have happened. The success I've had wouldn't have happened. And this is the same situation here where I want to pay back to you guys because that's why I'm giving you every single bonus, whether you get the flex pay or the complete package, you're getting everything. That's why I'm bringing Adrian here because he's going to be the exact same reason that you're going to get success, like with the exact same way I ended up getting my very big first amount of success was doing the same thing by being mentored by the right people. And I'm very excited to be able to share with you the right people outside of all the smoke and mirrors in this guru-y internet marketing world, which seems to be quite a joke 95% of the time. But this is the real deal, guys. I want you guys, if you can do this, to pick this up. I wouldn't give every single one of my bonuses for you guys, every product I've ever launched, every product that I've actually got in the pipeline you're getting, and me come in and run your Instagram personally for a month. Like, I think this says a lot in itself. So we've got 1 minute 50 seconds left. So if you want to do it, go for it now.
You know what, Luke? I'm going to stop this timer for a second because George just said something I want to talk about. So I'm going to stop it here at 1:43, and we're going to turn it back on in a second. So George Rodriguez said, I went to a Ferrari dealership a month ago, and it seemed so distant to me to be able to have a Ferrari. Now it seems a lot closer. And this isn't about buying a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or anything like that. It's about seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, right? And I think that's what George is really saying, is that he sees the light out of the end of the tunnel, because so many people are stuck, right? They don't have anybody that cares about them. They don't have anybody that's willing to help them. They're literally on their own. And when you're on your own, it's hard for you to get out of the rut that you're in, right? Unless you seek out help and training from other people. And when you see that light at the end of the tunnel, you see the ability to change your life. You see the ability to quit accepting a mediocre life, right? And get what you see everybody else enjoying. It's like the most refreshing feeling and reinvigorating feeling that you'll ever have, because the opportunity is there for anybody that's willing to do whatever it takes to get it. And I don't know what that may be for some of you that are on this webinar, whatever it takes. I don't know what that boils down to for you, but I'll tell you this, success isn't a lottery, and you have to do things and make sacrifices in order to achieve success. I did it, Luke's done it, many other mega successful, I would venture to say all successful people have done it, right? And it's not even just about making the money, it's about keeping the money as well. How do you keep it? And that's why you need good mentors to show you how to make it, show you how to keep it, show you how to reinvest it, so you can build a real long-term business, not just a quick buck that's here today and gone tomorrow. Because starting out, I used to make a lot of money, but then it would disappear. Then I would make a lot of money, and it would disappear. And it kept happening to me, man, until I really seeked out a mentor and learned about money, right, and about how to keep it. For those of you that are afraid that you're going to fail, you're afraid to make the investment because you think you're going to fail, I got to tell you, man, even the best people in the world have had to fail before they succeeded. The difference between the greats and the losers is the fact that the greats had training. They had coaches. Michael Jordan, something a lot of people don't know about Michael Jordan, the best basketball player in the world. He was actually cut from the team when he first started his career in basketball. He actually got cut. Can you believe that? Can you believe that some coach out there actually cut Michael Jordan, the Michael Jordan? Now, why did Michael Jordan end up being the best basketball player in the world after getting cut? He went and he got a coach. He went and he trained, and he found somebody that knew basketball better than him. It doesn't matter if he had all these tools, these massive hands, this massive reach, you know, the ability to jump very high. If you don't have the right training to utilize them properly, then none of it matters. And then Michael Jordan and LeBron James and Kobe Bryant, all of them, they have coaches. What you guys need isn't just a software. This friend inviter that Luke is giving away is freaking amazing. And so is my X Factor sniping software. It's amazing. But what you need is a coach that can teach you how to utilize all of this stuff properly. And that's what Ecom Success Academy is all about. How many of you in here would agree with me in that? And I'm just say yes in the chat box if you're with me on that. Because we just had Gregory Cole, Valerie Tobin just came in. It's about coaching. And it's also about surrounding yourself with winners. If you surround yourself with losers, you're going to end up being a loser. You surround yourself with winners, you're going to be a winner. Who are you surrounding yourself with right now? Who is your network, right? How can you change your network if it's full of a bunch of people with no goals, no aspiration, people that are negative, people that say, don't do internet marketing, that stuff's a scam, or it's not going to work? Do you have people in your life saying that to you? Do you have family members? Do you have friends trying to drag you down like crabs in a bucket? If you do, you've got to be strong enough to force yourself out of that situation, ignore them, and surround yourself with people like the hundreds of people that are on this call right now, with Luke, with myself, with my player coaches, with people that don't want to drag you down and kick you every time you fail, but people that want to pick you up and say, look, man, or listen, ma'am, you know, it's okay. You just made this one mistake right here. and here's how you fix it, right? Here's the right button to click. Here's how you should have written your ad. That's where the success is going to come from. It's not going to come from a software or watching a video. It's going to come from continued education and a support group. And that's what ESA is built on. Not videos, but a support group. As a matter of fact, we have a support desk with 5 of our best player coaches in it, about 18 hours a day answering questions. And of course, the weekly coaching with the Profit Power Hours, where I've been able to help so many students that have failed end up succeeding because I was there to pick them up when they were down. And it's not about how much money you make or how much money you don't make. It's about the type of effort that you put into success. It's about what are your goals? And are you that person saying this isn't going to work? Or are you going to be the person that says, how can I make this work? It's like Chris Record said. I love what Chris Record says. A lot of you in here probably know Chris. He's a great friend of mine and Luke's. He says, quit saying I can't and start saying, how can I, right? And the moment that you do that, the moment you say, how can I, you figure out a way to make it work. You figure out a way to change all of your misfortunes and get access to what so many other people are doing. And that is step 1, is just forcing yourself to make that decision and forcing yourself to find a way, because there is a way. Everybody can find a way. If I told you I would give you a Rolls Royce right now, a brand new Rolls Royce for $20,000, I'm willing to bet that many of you in this room that don't have 20 grand would somehow come up with $20,000 within the next week. You want to know why? Because you would be getting a $500,000 Rolls Royce for $20,000. Now I want you to take that same analogy and that same principle and apply it to this training right here. This training is invaluable, right? How are you going to make it work? How are you going to get the funds to get into this? Do you need to transfer something around? Do you need to borrow money from somebody? Do you need to call your credit card and check your credit limit? I don't know, but you've got to figure out a way to make it happen. Otherwise, nothing is ever going to happen. So what I'm going to do is I am going to answer a couple more questions in the chat box. I'm going to reset this timer because I've been dilly-dallying chatting. I'm going to reset it for 5 minutes, okay? And then we're going to shut down. We're going to give everybody everything that we promised. You've got 5 minutes to make this decision. So go here now. And as a matter of fact, if you're going to go here in the next 5 minutes, just go ahead and say me in the chat box again so I can see. And the next 5 minutes, based off everything we've said, the mindset, the training, the value, you finally said, that's it. I am going to do this. I'm going to get in. I'm going to crush it. I'm going to make this work. I'm going to get on the weekly and daily coaching sessions. And I'm finally going to take a step forward to success. All right, so we've got Stephanie says, go hard or go home. Paul Mahone, we've got Vindo, we've got Sano, right? So we've got a lot of people just flooding in saying, me, 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 me. All right, cool. So we had at least 12 people I saw say that they're going to get in now. All right, guys, so ask me your questions. We've got 5 minutes on the clock. The URLs are on the screen. We're going to do a Q&A for 4 more minutes. And after that, we're going to, I think we're going to go ahead and shut this bad boy down. And that'll be it. So you've got the timer. You've got the links. Now, ask me your questions.
While you do that, I saw a really nice statement from George just then, and I'm going to give you $100, George, just for being so active throughout this actual whole webinar. You just said a statement which I think is really cool. I'm going to even write it down. It said, my rationale behind joining in was that it costs me more to stay out than to jump in. And I think that's a really positive way to an outlook on everything, whether it be with ESA or just in general. What's going to cost you more? $2,500, that's going to come back to you very, very fast, especially inside of ESA, right? But if you don't take this opportunity, you don't get all these bonuses, is that going to cost you more? What's the mental state? What are you going to do? If you're not going to do this, what are you going to do? That's what I really like. I'm not a very aggressive person, but I want you guys to get results with the right people, with the right system. And that's why I'm saying here, this is going to work for you guys. And I wouldn't be putting every product I have on the line, you know? So I think that statement again, my rationale behind joining in was that it cost me more to stay out than to jump in. So I think that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I do like that. And you know, it's true. it can very well cost you more to pass an opportunity than to take it. And like I said earlier, you have to look at things, the difference between spending versus investing. You spend money and you get nothing back. You invest something and you expect a return. When you invest in Ecom Success Academy, despite all the value that you're getting in there, you expect a return, right? I don't want students out there saying, oh, I took Adrian's training and it didn't work. I took Adrian's training and I didn't make any money, right? I don't want that, and that's why I said this might not be for some people. You know, this is for the people that they know that when they pull that trigger, they invest, that's it. They're ready to hit the ground running. There is no failure. That is not an option. It is, I'm going to get started. Just like I showed you Josh Solon's. 4 days. Josh was already making $200 to $300 a day building an email list. You want to know why? Because he's an action taker. He went home, he started his store, he didn't even have access to this training yet, and instantly started crushing it because the model works. It's the easiest model, the simplest model to duplicate, and he went home and duplicated it. Now he's in ESA, obviously, and he's maximizing all of that. And I'm going to stop this at 1 minute and 14 seconds, and then we're going to let it count down. And I just want to look in the chat box real quick, and I'm going to give you guys one more moment to get enrolled, because a lot of you are asking, can I do this later? And the answer to that is, well, no, it's going to be shut down. ESA, this is a very short window. You should not be waiting to get into this. And two, later, let's be honest, all right? How many times have you said you're going to do something later, and later never came? Now, if you need some time to do something with your credit card, or you have to move some funds or something like that, let me know in the chat box, and I'm willing to take care of you on that, because if you just don't have it within the next 60 seconds, I understand it, but if you make a commitment to get in within the next 24 hours or so, I can help you out there, right? But other than that, this is a very short closed window, and it is going to close very soon. Later never comes. And if you make a career out of saying later on every opportunity, you're never going to do anything, right? And I used to do that myself. I used to say, I'll do this later. I'll answer this email later, or I'll get started with this Facebook ad later. But once you get a taste of the money, once you get a taste of the success, once you get a taste of actual real help, real training weekly, you're not going to say later. You're going to start saying, how soon? How soon can I get started? How quickly? When's the next time we can do another one of these sessions? Your mindset's going to change, and you're going to become motivated because you see that it actually works. So I see 2 or 3 people on here that are saying, you know, their credit card doesn't have the limit right now, so they're having to call their credit card and raise their limit. So I'll make sure that you get the bonuses because I've got your name written down. For those of you, I'm about to start this clock again, and I'm not going to reset it. I'm not going to pause it again. I'm not going to do any of that stuff. We're going to shut this down. We're going to give away the free money, and I've actually got another presentation that I have to make. So how many of you in here are going to take advantage of this next 1 minute and 14 seconds? You're finally at the very last minute, but better now than never. You're going to say, that's it. I'm doing this. I'm getting in. And you're going to go to one of the links right now. Just type a me in the chat box. Right now, type in a me. If you finally decided, this is it, I know this is for me, I'm not going to wait around any longer, I'm not going to beat around the bush, I know that I've got to make this work, I'm going to make the stretch, and I'm going to absolutely destroy it. Type a me in the chat box right now, and I want to congratulate you on that. So, all right, we've got, let's just start calling out names here. We've got Joe Renforth, we've got Tinnitus S, Laurice, we've got Evo Weatherman, we've got, what is that, Sabina Nisimov, congratulations for taking action. We've got Laurice Nicholson, we've got Paul Brown, Rosie Elliott, Susan T, Rinson Worrell, we've got Sabina already said yes. I don't know why she said yes twice. She's obviously very excited. Shane Kelly, Peter James. We've also got, let me just read a couple more of these names because I want you guys to hear the names of action takers. We've got Hugh Tran, Terry Levitt, Tommy NG. We've also got Don Yerger, Mark Peria, Kerpel Kasha, Mark, I already said Mark's name, Jefferson Nigan. All right, so these are just a few of the people that just typed in me into the chat box. So look, guys, I'm about to count this down. All of you that just said me, here's your chance. Here's your chance to take action, get into something that's going to be big, right? And finally give yourself a pat on the back for making a decision, right? For those of you that, once again, this just simply, you could not afford it, don't harp over it, all right? Use this as motivation to get yourself in a position to where you can afford to invest. Not everybody can afford everything in the world. Some people they're fortunate enough to have the money to tap into, and some people aren't. But you're here, right? You desire success, and you will get it. But in order to get it, you have to start making investments, be them little or small, even if it's starting out with your Facebook ad. But you've got to get there somehow, some way, do whatever it takes. Figure out how to make it work. And there is always a way to get to where you want to be and where you need to be. You just have to struggle, you have to work, you have to kick, you have to scream until you make it happen. And that's all I can say about that. So we've got 6 seconds here. We're just going to let it count down. You're going to hear it beep, loop, then we're going to give away everything. So 0, boom. All right, so that's it, guys. Congratulations to all of our fast action takers. We have so many new students that just flooded in. Congratulations. Victor, you just made the cut, my friend. Victor Paz Jr., congratulations, dude. You are a stud. You literally came in right when that clock ended. Guys, here's the deal. Get in right now, all right? The clock is at 0, but while Luke is giving away his bonuses and the money, I want you to still take advantage of this. Get in. I'm going to give you the bonuses. The clock is at 0. Now is the time, okay? If you get in right now, I'm going to make sure you're taken care of with all bonuses, but you have to do it now. Luke, go ahead and you can do your giveaway. You can give away everything. I just want to make it clear that while Luke is giving everything away, for those of you that just regretted that clock hitting 0, while he's talking, I'm going to make sure if you get in, you get access to everything. Now, Luke, go ahead, man.
Yeah, awesome. Sounds good. All right. Well, first of all, again, all the bonuses I'm giving here, I'm going to be adding you guys in manually to each of the products because, again, they're not actually just a bonus PDF or something I can send out. They're products I sell every single day. So the way that's going to work is once we've closed this ESA promotion over the coming week or couple of days, really, I'm going to get the full buyers list there. I'm going to add you all in manually, and then I'm going to contact you all individually to start setting up your Instagrams myself so I can actually go out and automate them for you for the month. So that's the way that bonuses will work. So don't worry, I'm going to get the full list once we've closed everything so I can do everything in one big hit because, again, it's a bit of a manual process there. What I'm going to do first, I'm going to give away some money. I'm going to give away, I have $500 to give away, and I told you at the start of this webinar that the most active people are going to be getting paid some cool money. So I'm going to be giving Steph Delaroy, you're going to be getting $100. Sano Fukyai, I always say it wrong, sorry Sano, but I've already mentioned that to you there. So I've got your PayPal emails, and George Rodriguez, I'm going to be giving you $100 as well. So that's $300 there. So make sure you go ahead and put your PayPal emails to me. So I think I've got them there. Now I've got $200 more to give to you guys before I give you the actual bonus software, just for attending this live webinar as well, to say thank you. And again, that's for live attendees only because I want to ensure the people that spend their time coming out here for 2 hours now are going to be looked after, whether you pick up this product or not. I often do webinars where there's 0 pitch, but I want to be giving you guys value every single time because I know that if I do a webinar, it's going to be 100% worth you attending. So thank you very much for attending this one. So what I'm going to do is actually, I remember in this webinar, Adrian asked you guys to write something down, and I'm going to say this in a way that I want you guys to go ahead and answer this question for me. So the question is going to be, so I'm going to ask the question, the first 2 people to actually respond are going to get $100 each. So let me just get up the screenshot of where I actually screenshotted it. Okay. Adrian told you guys to write this down. So he said less products plus focus equals what? We're talking about stores here. So having less products plus focus equals some more success. Boom, there we go. We've got Matt Wrangle number 1 there. Then we got number 2 is we've got Nicholas Lau. So if you both can actually send me your actual PayPal emails, then I'll get that through there. So there's another $200 right there. So if you can email that through to me. I'm going to write my email address for you guys to send that through. Social media. 1 second, guys. And then we're going to go straight into giving away the free mass inviter tool that I had developed for you guys. So 1 second, guys. But yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this webinar. Whether you get into ESA or not, it's totally your choice. If you can do it, it's obviously a massive, massive investment that's going to pay itself back to you tenfold. So I highly recommend doing it, but if you can't, take the training that's been taught here and go out and implement it right away, guys. Because it just makes sense. So I'm going to send my email here to those prize winners. Send to all. So in the chat box below, my email is there. Now, what I'm going to do is copy the link for your actual free bonus for attending. And again, this tool, maybe not all of you know what this tool does. On Facebook fan pages, I'm going to turn my video on here so I can speak to you guys direct. On Facebook fan pages, you can actually go out and when you're doing Facebook ads, say for example you're doing a viral post, a viral video or something that goes crazy, you get thousands of people liking it, even tens or hundreds of thousands in some cases. If people like your update, they may not necessarily have liked your fan page, but you have the option to go in and click on the people who have liked your paid ad or ad that people have shared, or even an update people have shared, and see who have liked them. And then there's always going to be an invite button next to it. So this tool, right now you have to hit invite on every single person. You have 4,000 people like that, you have to hit 4,000 buttons. It sucks. What this tool does, you hit one button that says invite all. Once you hit it, it invites every single person who's liked that update to like your page. And I guarantee you guys, you'll see people liking your page for free this way. And this is a really, really good way to grow your fan page organically. If you've been doing Facebook page like ads and stuff like that, this is a way you can stop wasting money on that, spend it on something else like conversion ads or even video ads, which have very good viral traffic. Then invite those users who have liked that update to like your fan page. So say, for example, I did an update of a crazy shark, a giant, huge shark that's in the ocean that I know is going to go viral. Say I have a fishing fan page that's selling fishing gear for about sharks, or even shark t-shirts or whatever it might be. I can invite those users to then, who have liked that viral video, to then come ahead and like my fan page. So I'm going to put the link to that over here for everyone right now in the chat box. I'm going to send that to all of you now.
Can I have that too? Because that's kind of like, I have hundreds of thousands of likes on my ads because they go so viral for my e-commerce stuff. And just being able to invite all of them to like my page, because you know, people like your ad, but then they don't like your page. So being able to press a button and then invite all of them to like my page, dude, that's going to make me even that much more money on my sales.
Exactly right. So now I've gone ahead and sent that over there in the chat box over there. And the prize winners, again, I'll put my email there for you guys. So they're both over there in the chat box. So make sure you send me an email, guys. So that's now the free tool for you guys. Start using it right away. There's a little video there I've had my developer put up for you guys. It's very, very simple to use. Not as easy to make as simple as it is to use. You have to, and again, you have to use Google Chrome for this, but you'll see I've tried to make this as minimalist as possible. And whenever I do anything, I'm here to make things so damn simple for you guys that it's a no-brainer and it's so easy. So this tool is very easy, it just makes sense. ESA is just so simple and makes sense because it's a spoon-fed course that makes sure that you just can't screw up. You can just copy what works, get results. That's the type of training that I like to see. So that's what's included there. So thank you everyone for doing that. Someone said, why do we need to send you an email? You don't have to send me an email. That was only for the 2 prize winners. But if you want to send me an email to say hi, I personally reply to all of my emails myself. So you've got that there in case you ever want to chat, tell me about a joke, whatever it is you want to do. You've got my personal email there as well, guys. So Adrian, what anything you want to do from then on?
Yeah, so first off, I just want to say congrats to everybody for getting into ESA. I'm just so excited to start working with you guys, get on the weekly coaching, the daily coaching over the next 30 days. It's going to be so fun. Just make sure when you go into ESA, you start at step 1, you enroll in Shopify, in the link I gave you for the top earners contest. And I actually have another little gift I could give everybody here. So I'll put a link in the chat box. How many of you in here do not have a Shopify store yet? You do not have a Shopify store? Just type in a me in the chat box, because I have a little gift I can give for you. So we have a lot of me's coming in. All right. So if you enrolled in Ecom Success Academy, you don't need this, but if you didn't enroll in Ecom Success Academy, it's just a little gift. All right, so if you enrolled in ESA, which you still can, by the way, right now, and I'll give you the bonuses, but if you have already enrolled, when you log into ESA, you're going to do this. When you go to the home page, you're going to scroll down to the video that shows you about Shopify. It says, let's see, we've got step 1, register for your live weekly trainings. These are my weekly trainings that don't have an end date. Step 2 is get your Shopify discount. This is the link you'll use to enroll into the ESA Top Earners contest, and this will end up giving you 15% off for life from Shopify, okay? That's for my ESA students. If you did not enroll in ESA, I have a 10% off coupon, and it does not enroll you in the Top ESA Earner Contest because that's only for ESA students. But you can still save 10% on monthly on Shopify. So how many of you in here would like to get that link to start saving 10% on Shopify? Remember, if you already are in ESA, you need to use the 15% link because that's going to enter you in the contest. But for those of you that have not yet, I'm going to give you a link. It's called, let me just make sure I've got the link correctly. Hold on. So let's make sure that it's here.
You check that out. While you do that, I just want to say thank you again for everyone for attending weekend, whether you picked up ESA or not, because I know it's very valuable. Your time is very, very valuable. I actually went out last night and watched the new Alice in Wonderland, which is the first time I've had a couple of hours off in quite some time. And strangely enough, the main character in it is called Time, and he is Time, and it's Sacha Baron Cohen who plays Ali G and the dictator and all those different characters. And it was pretty good movie, pretty different, new director, but it was pretty fun. But makes you think a lot about time as well when you watch that movie. So while I went there to relax, I started thinking, am I using my time the most valuable and the most wise? But you know, sometimes you need to relax and shut off every now and then. But Adrian, I'll send it back to you with the link so you can type it.
Yeah, for sure. I posted it in the chat box. I'm going to type it up here. Shopify actually gave me my own URL, so it's www.shopify.com/Adrian Morrison, and that's going to give you 10% off. But remember, if you are in ESA, do not use this one because we have a 15% off for people in ESA. So, and that's going to enter you in the contest. So here we go here. And if you still want to get in to Ecom Success Academy and get all the bonuses, we're still on this call. I'm still going to give you the bonuses. The link to go there to get access to ESA plus all bonuses is http://startesa.com/LukeFlex, and that's going to give you the opportunity to choose your payment plan or just, pay in full and get a slight discount. So the option is yours. I want to welcome everybody. I want to congratulate everybody, even if you could not afford to get into ESA today. Like I said, I want you to get started with Shopify, because this is the easiest way to make money online. And I've been doing it for 10 years. I've done affiliate marketing, I've done digital marketing, I've done launches, I've done everything. And e-commerce with Shopify is the easiest way that I have ever generated money, okay? It's just unbelievable. So I want you to have a boost with this 10% off to Shopify. This will give you 10% off their Shopify plans. If you're curious as to which plan you should choose on Shopify, they do have 3 different plans. We've got the basic Shopify and advanced Shopify. I would urge you to start with this one at least, okay? I would urge you to start with this one because it's got a lot of features in it that you're going to really benefit from. So make sure that if you can, you do this. Otherwise, you're going to get this plan right here. But you're also going to get an extended trial when you use. You're also going to get an extended trial when you come in. It's going to be a 30-day trial instead of a 14-day trial. But that's that. Go to the link. You can save on Shopify. Get started one way or the other and make this frickin' happen. If you're in ESA, make sure that you use this link right here to this coupon, because that's what's going to give you access to the Top Earners contest. That's for VIP Ecom Success Academy students only, because obviously in order to be a top earner, you're going to need to go through my training, right? It's going to help you. If you still want to get in and get access to all of the bonuses, the fast action bonuses, you can still do that right this second, right now. Everything is here. It's ready to go. I wish you all a ton of success. How many of you in here enjoyed this training? Just say yes if you enjoyed this training and you're excited to just simply get started one way or the other, because I really appreciate all of you in here spending 2 hours with us. Somebody asked if we should use an incognito window. Yeah, I mean, make sure that if you want this discount right here to apply, you might want to use an incognito window or a private window, or clear your cookies first. But I think it'll be just fine if you just simply go straight to the link, honestly. As long as you go to shopify.com/Adrian Morrison, you'll get the 10%. If you're an ESA student, you're going to save 15% inside the members area. So make sure you use this link if you're an ESA member now, because I know we had a lot sign up today. And you get in, there's still time, right here at this link. Thank you all so much for your time. I wish you a ton of success. I'm stoked, so stoked to work with everybody and get you guys crushing it. So everything is here on the screen. I'm going to leave it up for you for a minute. Luke, that's it. I am done. Congrats, everybody. I wish you all a ton of success, and I hope you have a killer week.
Awesome. And one quick thing I want to touch with you, Adrian, is obviously the replay that we can ensure that you get that before when you click out. And also, if there's people that are having credit card issues and whatnot, where should they contact? Where's the best place to contact?
So if you're having credit card issues right now, will you just go ahead and type in something in the screen in the chat box, and I'll reply with an email address, because we have another email address is if you're having credit card issues, is askadrianlive@gmail.com. This is an email address you can email if you have a question about, the billing or something. You're having a problem with your billing. All right. So if you have
make sure that you're on my webinar. If you do have an issue, make sure that you let Adrian know that you came from my webinar. So if you do get the credit card issue sorted, this will ensure you get my bonuses, because then Adrian will send you the correct link from there.
Yep. So that's there. And by the way, for the 10% off coupon, Judith corrected me. It's a 21-day free trial instead of a 30. But that's still better than 14. I guess they changed it up on me a little bit. But it's still an extended trial with Shopify. But everything's here. If you're having billing issues, message us at askadrianlive@gmail.com, and we can help you sort that out, get, you know, whatever you got to do to get your credit card billed so you can get in. Luke, I'm going to get you the replay, and of course, as you already know, I'm going to extend some bonuses for you on the replay because I know people all over the world couldn't attend this. So I am going to give you bonuses to allow people that watch the replay to get access to the 152K campaign and the weekly coaching, because I mean, it's not their fault if they weren't able to come here. So that's it for me, man. I wish you all a ton of success, and thanks, Luke, for having me come on, dude. You're just awesome. You've got a great group. They've answered questions. They've been responsive. They're happy, and that makes me happy, man. So thanks so much for having me on.
Thanks for coming, brother. I'll speak to you very, very soon. All right, guys, so before I wrap this up, I just wanted to say once again thank you to everyone for attending this. I know it's a very long time to be on a webinar, but I hope you learned a lot from it. The people who did join ESA, I'm very excited for you because I know that what Adrian delivers. He doesn't like to, again, doesn't have an ego, doesn't boast about what the true power of what he does for his students, most importantly. But he is really the go-to guy in this field, and I wouldn't have brought him on otherwise. So I hope you guys learned a lot from that. If as well, and just make sure you go to the chat box in the bottom of your corner here and download the actual Chrome extension. Also, make sure you bookmark the 10% off Shopify. If you're not doing Shopify right now, that's cool. At least you can have that there in future. If there's any other questions you guys have for me, let me know here, because again, I've been up since 3 a.m. It's now 7:30 a.m. And I'm actually going today to get a haircut in an hour, and then going to go and do some filming for you guys, which is going to be pretty fun. Yes, and more copy. That's what I need as well. But again, once again to everyone, I really appreciate you guys being here. It's been a lot of fun once again. I'm looking forward to doing some more webinars with you guys. Next week, I'm actually going to be doing one of my one of the webinars where I've only been on by myself for you guys, which is going to be a lot of fun. I always like to bring people in from all around the world that are experts in their fields, and whenever I do videos, I either go on Facebook Live or I actually pre-record it, edit it up, and then send it out to you guys through email or whatnot. But I'm going to start hosting weekly webinars as well that are going to be value only. They're going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a very chilled out environment just like this. I'm going to be doing a lot of Facebook lives this week. Again, if you don't know what Facebook Live is, it's their new streaming service on mobile. And I'm going to be showing you some cool tricks, like how you can actually go ahead and screencast your desktop as well as your mobile, so you can actually do webinars basically on Facebook, which is great for you guys because this GoToWebinar tool here costs, I think it costs me a couple of $100s a month. I think it's a couple of grand a year. And it's not very reliable or stable. It's a very frustrating ongoing cost. But now I'm going to show you guys with Facebook Live how you can build huge audiences and have them on your live feed. And I'm also going to be breaking down any confidence barriers many of you may have with being on camera. Because of Facebook Live and your mobile device these days, it's literally the most intrusive, fun way to get started. And because it's social media, nothing needs to be overly professional. It can just be a lot of fun. And I'm going to be showing you lots of different ways to think of content ideas, content creation, how to position yourself, how to deliver your first Facebook Live, and that type of thing. So I'm looking forward to that. I hope you guys are as well. I see a few people said, yeah, I'm scared to Facebook Live or scared to get on camera. Don't worry, it's really, really easy. Right now, there's hundreds of people in this webinar, but I'm talking to my computer screen, and I've looked at my dog run past that 4 times. So it's not really scary at all, guys. So you'll be fine. So in saying that, thank you once again. I'm going to finish this up here, and I'll speak to you guys again very soon. And if you have any questions about ESA, let me know. You can write to me on Facebook. You can write to me on my email. I'm here for you guys. I'm going to go have another coffee now, and then I'll be right into doing some content for you all. And I'll make sure you get the replays for this because, again, the content taught in this is very actionable. So make sure you watch them again so you can go over and start implementing the tactics taught today on your business right away. All right, guys. Thanks very much. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.